Hi, Ava. Hi, Amanda. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. So, welcome to the show, guys. Defend the Indefensible. Trump supporters, I'm sure, have spent their day today doing exactly that when it comes to his actions in the last day, 2 year, 5 years, decade. I'm pretty sure they've had a field day on this app. I just want to remind everyone that because Donald Trump doesn't know how elections work, because Donald Trump gaslights himself into believing that undocumented migrants in droves voted for Joe Biden so they can get citizenship here, because Donald Trump can't help but believe, but maybe his failures during the pandemic led to so many people flipping off of him and onto Joe Biden. We ended up with several hundreds of thousands of people at the Capitol on J6 2021 shitting on the walls, assaulting police officers, doing millions of dollars in property damage. And some of those very same people participate in that. Fun fact. Around this time? No. I'm a little too ahead. A couple weeks after January last year, got pardons. Full pardons. A week after, one of the individuals got a full pardon, got popped by a cop, and I can't help but say that's karma. But welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. I'm going to quickly read this story for you guys as we're waiting on the guests. But as you guys see the topic up here, defend the indefensible. And the indefensible is that you voted for a guy who doesn't respect election results unless it favors him. And then after he won, I remember his speech that he did when he won 2024, where he said he may have gotten more votes. Who knows what the Democrats did this time? Now dude is saying that his 77 million wasn't even sufficient. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I guess he thought it would be 85 million. I think that's the big thing. It will never sit right with Donald Trump that Sleepy Joe got 81 million votes. It will never sit right with him. As long as he never hits that mark, he's always going to assume there's fraud. So there's that. But I want to go over this story with you guys because I actually couldn't believe it. I don't know why it was that I couldn't believe it. More so, another day in the world of Trump. Let me go ahead and put it up on here. I'm going to get my source going. Welcome in, tubers. Make sure you guys do all of the good things, like the stream, do all the good things. My fantastic mods are going to be working overtime. Why can't I add sources? Okay, here we go. So, you guys ready? You guys ready? Here we go. I'm putting it up for you. I'm sure some of you have seen it already. I'd like to... God... There we go. All right, here we go. Let me get that started here. And there it is. Deadline put up an interesting piece of news today. How many of you guys saw this? How many of you guys saw this story? White House debuts January 6th revisionist history website as Democrats mark 5th anniversary attack on the Capitol. So, if you guys don't know, Donald Trump goes out of his way to change history that doesn't favor him and revise it to his will. On paper anyway, paper that will be changed right back or thrown in the trash the second he's out of the Oval Office. But I digress. And let's hear his latest attempt today. While I'm reading this, I'm not going to be able to see the request mod, so if you see anyone in there, you know what to do. The White House tried to revise the history of January 6th, debuting a website with false claims to blame Capitol Police for fomenting the attack on the Capitol, while casting Donald Trump's then Vice President Mike Pence as culpable and cowardly. The website appeared to be a way to counter what has been a day-long commemoration at the Capitol featuring primarily Democrats to mark the riot and insurrection's 5th anniversary. A White House timeline of the events of that day stated that around 1:10 p.m. that day, Capitol Police aggressively fired. They couldn't even spell. I can't tell if this deadline or Trump. We're going to go to the website in a bit. Thank you guys for tapping the screen. Make sure you're sending your daily heart means do all of the good things. Let's see what we have here. Where did I last leave off? Quote, fire tear gas, flashbangs, and rubber munitions into crowds of peaceful protesters, injuring many and deliberately escalating tensions. Capitol Police, the 144 officers were the ones who were instigating it, the ones who were assaulted by insurrectionists. Crazy. Video evidence shows officers inexplicably removing barricades opening Capitol doors, and even waving attendees inside the building, actions that facilitated entry while simultaneously deploying violent force against others. These inconsistent and provocative tactics turned a peaceful demonstration into chaos. I want to take a moment. I'm so glad they said that. I want to take a moment to point out that contradiction. So, according to the Trump administration, the events of Capitol Police that day instigated the violence that took place at the Capitol. According to them, Capitol Police, Democratic Capitol Police, under the guise of Nancy Pelosi, I just added that part in there because that's some bullshit they would say, instigated the violence that took place. So now that we understand that cops being in certain environments and cops doing certain things can instigate situations and escalate violence and problems with citizens, when are we going to start talking about the peaceful protests turn riots in some cases because of police officers not knowing how to temper themselves? Are we ready to talk about that? Are we ready to talk about how Donald Trump literally ordered the military or requested that they start pew-pewing at people's kneecaps? Are we ready to go there? How does the peaceful president doing all of these things that don't seem very much in line with his rhetoric of Republicans are not politically violent, despite all the data pointing otherwise, we know. I just thought that was interesting. So now he understands that, police can instigate violence in crowds. And it wasn't the police. They were defending the Capitol versus their nut jobs that he practically sent there. We will carry on reading. I really should be going directly to the website. I'm going to find it in a bit. But in reality, as we seen on live TV that day, demonstrators overwhelmed security barricades to gain access to the Capitol, smashing windows and forcing their way to the House and Senate chambers. The White House timeline mentions that Trump, at a rally in the Ellipse, urged his supporters to march to the Capitol to peacefully and patriotically make their voices heard. But Trump also used other inflammatory rhetoric in his speech, telling the protesters, and we fight like hell, and if you don't fight like hell, we're not going to have a country anymore. You guys know the drill. You guys know exactly what happened. I'm going to find the website. Is it on whitehouse.gov? Let's just go to whitehouse.gov and see if I find it. Why does it still have Christmas up? Hold on. How fucking incompetent do you have to be to still have a Christmas shit up on January the 6th of 2026? Wow. They couldn't do the minimum of updating the White House website after Christmas. What? Fascinating. Okay, so it's not whitehouse.gov. What is this website? Let's see. January 6th. Trump website. I want to see it. White House unveils. It's a web page, I should more so say. Here we go. Whitehouse.gov. Be so fucking for real. Be so for real. Okay. Let's keep going. I'm going to expand it a little bit so everyone can see this. Bruh. This timeline isn't real. I refuse to believe this timeline is real. Okay. Let's keep going. Oh, the shaky. Cool. President Trump. Should I try to read this in a Trump accent? We're going to do that. Meantime, between time, continue to tap the screen, guys. Let's get the likes up to 25K. Send your daily heartbeats if you haven't already. Let's knock out these little 1 cent goals. We're going to keep doing that to boost out the live in the algorithm. And I see a couple of Trump supporters in the box. In fact, in the chat. In fact, I see some mods sending out invites. So not surprising that you guys are chicken shits on the one fucking day. Well, every day, but particularly today, you really can't defend him. But Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people that I want to have a conversation with. If you're over on the Tube side, hi Tube. You may call in the number on screen, and that's going to be 737-295-5685. 5321. Why am I not signed into my tube here? Let me make sure I do that in a bit. Oh, snap. W's in the chat for the first donor of the night. W's in the chat to Sean Green for the $10 super chat. Magnificently, moronically, maliciously, maleficently, maniacally. I feel like that's not how you pronounce that. Maniacally? Why does that feel off? Anyway, moaning for a Mango Mussolini magically morphing into a god. Look, alliteration. I'm an Irish poet. You had me in the first half. I'm a little confused at the end there, but I think I get the gist. W's in the chat. W's in the chat to Sean. W's in the chat to Sean. I appreciate your support. Oh shit. Speaking of, here's another thing. I usually use my second phone to keep up with donos because they don't flash across my screen. And now that my second phone is broken, I have to open up a web page and have it loading here. Fuck. Okay. I'll try to. If you do ever send a dono, at least let me know in the chat. Or maybe not. It's up to you. I'll just try to keep out on this page. I'll put a tab up here. Any cases. Let's keep reading, guys. Best way to support the platform is going to be links in the bio. President Trump took decisive action to pardon January 6 defendants who were unfairly targeted, overcharged, and used as political examples. They were not protected by the leaders who failed them. They were punished to cover incompetence. On his first day back in office, January 20th, 2025, President Trump issued sweeping blanket pardons and commutations for nearly 1,600 patriotic Americans prosecuted for their presence at the Capitol. Many mere trespassers or peaceful protesters treated as insurrectionists by a weaponized Biden DOJ. He fully pardoned most, commuted sentences, and ordered immediate release of those still imprisoned, ending years of harsh solitary confinement, denied due process, and family separation for exercising their First Amendment rights. What was that again, Trump supporters, about Donald Trump denying the Proud Boys and everything else? What was that about? Interesting. We'll get back to it in one moment. Guys, continue to tap the screen. Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people that I want to have a conversation with. Defend the indefensible. Do you regret your vote? Especially today. Blumpkin, you vote for Trump?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Happy January 6th.
Yeah, I'm sure you think it is. Do you regret your vote?
Nope.
No. Okay. I feel like I can give you several reasons why you should.
I just listened to your monologue. I heard it.
Okay. So, fun fact. Did you know, actually, let me back this up. What do you think about the Constitution?
I generally like it.
Generally? What parts you don't like?
Yeah. Which amendment is that? The one that had direct election of senators. I don't like that one.
Direct election of senators?
Yes.
Elaborate?
Are you aware of how senators used to be elected?
No.
They used to be elected by state governments, by elected officials in the state government.
Used to be.
Yes.
So you're talking about...
I can't remember the exact date. Probably in the 70s or something.
So I would be talking about current Constitution and what we go by
That
today.
is the current Constitution. We directly elect senators.
People, the people, not
Yes,
the officials
the
in the government. We, the
Not
people.
anymore. Not anymore. Correct.
That's what I said. We, the people.
Yeah, and I don't like it. I don't like that part of the Constitution.
Wait, okay, hold on. You don't like the fact that we elect our senators?
Yes.
Oh, you would prefer government officials to elect the senators.
Elected government officials.
You would prefer elected government
Not
officials.
bureaucrats, but elected government officials, yes.
So like
representatives.
Representatives, congressmen and women,
Yes.
you would prefer them to choose our senators versus us?
Yes.
Why?
That's originally how it was designed.
I know how it was originally designed. I asked why. Do you want to go back to
Because senators used to be beholden to the state, not the voter.
Okay.
Is that hard for
I
you to
asked
understand?
why. Okay? You're just explaining the process. Why do you want that switch? Can you give
Why?
me like a benefit?
Why? Because We already have that with representatives. Correct?
I'm going to try this again. So, according to you, you prefer the country where our representatives elect our senators versus you and I, the people,
Our state representatives, yes.
state representatives,
To
versus
represent
you
the
and I.
state. Yes.
Okay. Is there a benefit to that over the current system we have now?
bless you.
Yes.
What is that benefit?
It makes the senators not beholden to the voter
How is that a benefit?
because it's already taken care of with representatives. It's just a move to a more pure democracy, and pure democracy is bad.
Chat, is my gas being lit? Because I feel like this is going to be the fourth time, maybe, or third or fourth, I'm going over the same question. Is my gas being lit? Because you're not giving me an
I just told you.
actual benefit.
I just told you, pure democracy is bad.
How the hell you get text messages on Google Voice? Who's texting me on Google Voice? How's this a thing? I didn't even know it was a thing. You said pure democracy bad. That is an opinion.
Correct.
Can you substantiate how pure democracy is bad and how it would go into your point of the people voting our representatives in or senators in is a negative versus the state reps?
Because pure democracies are bad because that's majority rule.
We have an electoral college that would contradict that.
I'm not talking about electing the president.
Yeah, what I'm saying, those people would then also vote in that election. The electoral college would skew some of that. We don't go by the popular vote. That would be a
Yeah,
majority
it's
rule.
just the wolves voting with the chickens on what's for dinner. That's pure democracy.
Okay. So you have yet to give me anything tangible to substantiate anything that you've said other than your preferences. You keep saying mob
Now, when
rule,
you asked me
despite
what
the
my preference
processes and
was,
systems that we
bad-
have that would
isn't
contradict
bad-
your claim. When have we ever had mob rule? in
Isn't
this
bad a
country?
preference?
When have we ever had mob rule in our country?
When?
Within the last 30 years, I should say, more so.
That's besides the point.
How's it besides the point? You're worried
Why
about
does
mob
why does
rule.
it why does it why do we need to have it to know that it's bad?
We don't. But I'm asking you
Exactly.
when it happened.
So what's the point? So
I'll
this
tell
goes
you the
back to
point
what's
because
the point
you don't
of
like
the
to answer
question?
questions. The purpose of my question is to go, we haven't had it. It's because of our processes. It's not really a possibility.
Okay, so how does that make it not bad?
It's not bad. It's not happening.
God
What
bless you.
mob would you be referencing that would be the problem?
So a move
W's
toward
in
that
the
direction
chat
is
to
bad.
Shauna for the Sky Drift. Thank you so much for the Sky Drift gift. I appreciate
A
you.
move
W's to
a
Shauna.
move more toward that direction is bad, correct?
Sure. Depending on how you would
Okay,
define
there
that
you go.
quote,
That's
unquote,
why
badness.
direct election of senators is bad. You get it now.
No.
You just agreed with me.
No.
You did.
How would the people voting in our representatives be mob rule?
It's a move to mob rule.
It's not. It hasn't been for the
How is
last
it
several
not?
decades.
Oh, we're gonna do a more, and that's not.
How
a
are we
move
doing
towards
more?
A.
I'm sorry. Do we have new senator seats opening up for
A
more people to be
more-
involved in their vote?
More direct democracy.
More direct? You mean the same thing we've had for several decades now? How is it more direct? How
That's
is
not
it
what we
more
had.
mob
You just
rule?
brought up
That's
the
literally my
electoral
point. We
college.
don't have
You just
it.
brought up the electoral college, and you just said we haven't had it. We haven't had pure democracy.
That's not what I said. You're the one going
Yeah,
on
it
this
is.
quote unquote pure democracy argument.
Yeah, pure democracy is bad, and you've agreed with me.
No, I have not. I said mob rule is bad.
That's what pure democracy is.
It's not.
Mob rule. Yes, it is.
No, that is your
The
assumption.
majority rule. The majority. The mob.
You're not bright.
What is mob rule then? Tell me.
Mob rule is not a quote-unquote pure democracy. Do you actually know what a pure
What
democracy
is
is?
it?
Actually,
Explain it
here's
then.
what I want you to do. I want you to define a pure democracy.
A pure democracy.
Tell me what you believe a pure democracy is, more so. And let's see what
Is,
Google has to say.
You're asking Google?
Well, I'm saying let's see what Google has to say, how it will be defined properly, and not your opinion.
Okay. That's someone else's opinion, but yeah. You're just reading someone else's opinion.
What is a pure democracy?
Aren't you just reading someone else's opinion?
What did I just say that I was going to do?
You were going to type it into Google.
I asked you to tell me what you think a pure democracy is, and then I was going to look it up on Google to give an actual definition.
Mob rule.
A pure democracy, also known as direct democracy, is a system of government where the electorate directly decides on policy initiatives and laws without the intermediary of elected representatives. In this system, every eligible citizen casts an equal vote on every proposed law or executive decision. So, how in the hell, via that definition of a pure democracy,
50 points
would our representative democracy be an example of that?
1% of the vote wins.
Can you then tell me once again?
That's all it takes.
How?
That's all it takes.
In our representative democracy currently, do we have that?
In direct election of senators and direct election of representatives.
The direct election of the senators that you're talking about would counteract your claim that we are in this or moving towards this pure democracy.
So we had an amendment to change the way we formally did it into the way we do it now, which is direct election.
When was
right?
that amendment changed?
So that is a move.
When
in
was that
direction
amendment
of
changed?
More direct elections.
When was that amendment changed?
70s? I don't know the exact date.
The 70s?
I don't know the exact date.
Thank you guys for the follows.
You can Google that, though.
Yeah, well, you like to say things and you don't know times and dates. That's funny.
Oh my God, I don't know the fucking detail.
Well, yeah,
to be
if
true.
you wanted to argue
it doesn't
it,
need.
I mean,
I don't need to
figured you
know.
would
I don't
know
need.
it, but
Okay,
okay.
so what time did they write it?
I didn't ask you
That
the
proves
time
me
that
wrong.
they wrote it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shut
if you
up.
want to get that specific, then go ahead. I love how you have to make up a bullshit argument to substantiate the fact
Yeah,
that you're arguing
yeah.
things that you don't know what happened.
What year did they
Let's
do
see,
it?
When
Okay.
was you could have given a time period at least? You said 70s. That's the best. you
70s,
have.
I did,
Let's
you
substantiate
fucking
that.
idiot.
When was
I
the
did, a time period,
amendment
70s.
change to direct votes for state representatives? Let's
No,
find out.
senators.
For senators, that's correct. Backspace, backspace, backspace.
You're not even listening to me.
17 members, phone selected U.S. senators, the privacy of the voting booth. Since 1913, this system of direct election was not what the framers of the U.S. Constitution had in mind. However, when they met the Constitutional Convention in 1787, Article 1, Section 3 of the U.S. Constitution, as written by the framers, provided for election of senators by state legislators. So, fun fact. 1913 is when this happened.
Thank you.
You were
And-
60-something years off.
Great.
It's a large number. W's in the chat to the Dan Raid. W's in the chat to the Dan Raid. Appreciate you guys. Those of you coming over from the Dan Raid, thank you guys so much. Send your daily heartbeats. If you're not following me by any chance, that's kind of weird. Hit that follow button in the top left corner. We are live randomly throughout the week and every single Saturday at 3 p.m. CST. Do all of the good things. Greatly appreciate y'all. The likes are at 18K. I think we can get that up to 50, and I think we can do so within the next 15 minutes. The current guest that we have up is arguing that we are moving towards a pure democracy by having you and I vote for our state senators. And he wanted to go back to the days before 1913, which he was 60-something years off, when the state legislator or the state reps were the ones who voted in your state representative. So he wants to actively take power away from you and I and put it back into the government, which I thought we were supposed to be small government. Anyway, that's where we're at. So you were 60 years off on the legislation. Now that
You can't
we
even
know,
steel man my argument.
what's steel man mean?
To repeat it exactly.
I just repeated your argument.
Not exactly.
What did I say wrong?
You said, your first question starting off the bat was, do you like the Constitution, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, certain parts I don't like, and this is how that conversation started up.
You said most of it, but yeah.
So I'm not...
And then I asked you
advocate?
what part you didn't like.
Yeah, you made it
Oh,
sound
look
like
at
I'm
you,
advocating
steel
for
manning. You're
something.
not getting everything I'm
explaining why I
saying
don't
exactly
like
right.
it.
You see how stupid this is? Keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Counter me.
Was it a counter? What? I said, go ahead. You were rambling. You were saying something about me not understanding your argument.
You didn't. I just repeated what you got wrong.
What did I get wrong? You didn't. You literally didn't.
You were
I just
framing it as
corrected you,
I was
my guy.
advocating for this.
You were advocating,
I'm advocating
for
for
us
more
to go
government.
back
I'm
to
advocating for more
before the
government.
17th Amendment was passed that gave power to you and
How
I to
is-
vote for our
how is
representatives.
this- what
Is
does
that
this have to
not
do
what
with
you
the
were
size
advocating?
of government?
Okay, hold on. Let me...
What does this have to do
I
with
am
the size
so
of
sorry.
government?
I'm so sorry. Apparently, I misquoted you. Apparently, I haven't been listening. So I want you to reiterate your statement, or better yet, answer
Jesus
this question.
Christ, man.
Do you,
Is it worth it?
or do you not want to go back to the time when the 17th Amendment was passed? Do you want to go before? Right? You don't like the 17th Amendment. Correct.
Does that mean I want to go back in time?
It's a
for
yes or no
everything?
question.
Everything.
Did I say you want to
everything
go
that
back in
comes
time for
along with
everything?
Going back in time.
When did I say you want to go back
Is
in
that
time for
your
everything?
question?
When did I say
Is
you
that
want to
your
go back in
question?
time before everything?
You said,
or
do
did
I
I
wanna
mention
go
the
back in time
17th
when the
Amendment
17th
specifically?
Amendment
I
was
mentioned a
written, right?
specific amendment. That's correct. I'm glad you understand now.
But you're
so,
also
do you
including
like the 17th Amendment? Yes
the
or
entire
no?
100 years, too.
Oh my fuck. Do you like the 17th Amendment? Yes or no?
No.
No. Would you prefer if we didn't have the 17th Amendment pass and the state reps vote in our state senators?
Yes.
Okay. Literally everything I fucking said. If there's anyone who has a comprehension problem, my guy, it's your stupid ass. I'm
Did the
so
words-
sorry.
did the
Let me
words,
help
"Do you
you
wanna
out.
go back in
Now
time,"
that I
come out of
understand
your
that you're
mouth?
stupid, I'm going to help you along
Did
in this
the words-
conversation. I'm going to
did
help
the
you out. No
words-
problem. Bro, I got you. I got you. One
Did
thing
the
about me,
words-
I'm not ableist. I help people along when they're struggling with things. So now that I understand you're struggling with
The
things,
only one
let's go ahead
struggling
and try
is
this
you.
again. So you don't like the 17th Amendment because according to you, it's a step towards moving into a pure democracy, which in your definition was mob rule, which was not correct per what we read. So be it. Cool. Great.
It was exactly what you read.
You completely ignored the fact that we are currently being a representative democracy. That's
me
what was
I
established
need
in
reading
a representative democracy is
Hilarious.
exactly what was established in 1913, to which you were 60 something years off, right? That's what happened.
Oh my God,
That's what
he was
happened.
60 years
so
off. That just proves his
1913 to
point.
2013, a whole century passed, and we were no closer to allegedly what you're talking about. That's interesting to me. So why do you believe that we're closer to this quote unquote pure democracy when we've went 100 and no, wow, math, 113 years and we've been doing just fine?
Because I think the government runs better when it's like that, too.
You think the government runs better?
Yes.
Okay. Give me something that you thought was ran better before 1913. That the,
Well, the government
that the
was a lot
17th
smaller back
Amendment,
then.
That the 17th Amendment destroyed. Can you give me an
government
example
was
of
a lot
something that was
smaller
better?
back then.
Oh, now we're pro small. Okay. The government was a lot smaller. Okay.
How am I pro?
Did
how
the
am I
government
pro
work
large
better?
Government? Explain that.
Did the government work better before 19? I didn't say you were pro large government.
You're making that assumption.
You
there,
really
buddy,
have a comprehension problem. So again, can you give me an example of
just gonna-
something that
are
ran
we-
better
are we
before
small government
1913?
now? Oh, are we small government now? You said I thought.
Can
we
you
were
give me an
supposed to be,
example of something that was
conservative over
run
here, not
better
large government.
before 1913?
I was rambling. I couldn't hear you.
Cool. Can you give me an example of something that ran better before 1913 compared to
The
now?
government.
By what metric?
How much they spend.
How much they spend. Okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting argument. What do you think the fiscal budget for the government was before 1913?
I have no clue.
Do you think it was anywhere near $6 trillion?
I couldn't tell you the exact number, but look it up.
That's why
and tell me I'm wrong.
I asked you for your opinion. I said, do you think that it was anywhere near $6 trillion?
I don't know.
Okay.
And I said I don't know. I answered it.
Wonderful. So I'm curious to see what our budget was like in 1912. Let's see. What
Look up
was the
U.S. government budget,
US
blah blah blah.
budget
Accounting for inflation.
1912?
What year are you using?
2012 government budget was around 690 million expenditures. So 690 million, and let's see what that would be
In today's
for
dollars.
inflation. It's 29 budgets outlays 690 million in 1912 US dollars. This amount is equivalent to approximately 23 billion when adjusted for inflation to 2026 US dollars. So
23 billion.
$23 billion would have been a 2020, we'll just say 5. That would have been the last estimate based off those numbers. Let's say a 2025 fiscal year budget for the entirety of the United States in 1912. Do you think we can do that now?
No,
Why
not
not?
at all. Well, I mean, there's more people, but
More people?
it
That's
shouldn't
it?
be. It shouldn't be what it is today. How high is it today?
Too high. So,
Look it up. and
23 billion.
We'll do some math.
I literally can tell you it was about 6.4 to 6.7 trillion for 2024 specifically. So
So what kind of increase is that?
a monumental one. So $23 billion was the budget
has our
in
population increased
1913.
that much too?
We can talk about population. We can talk about defense budget. Or I guess it was a war budget at that time before 1948. We can talk about several other things. Ultimately, Guy, because of inflation, removing from the gold standard, so on and so forth, that dollar amount did this thing here, right? So
Those were
I think
government
it's a
policies,
really,
right, that did that.
I think it's a really, really, really stupid argument to make that the government budget was much smaller then, therefore was running smoother, considering the fact that the dollar value has changed significantly since. So it would be a strange argument to make, especially considering that 23 billion as of 2025 is nowhere near what we would spend now.
Yeah, but I think
With
when you
800 with 800 billion of that being
at a
interest
smaller
specifically.
amount, I think when you can run a country on a smaller amount, I think it's running better, more efficient.
Sure,
Right?
that's a theory.
So
It's a
theory?
silly theory.
that's
actually.
a popular opinion.
It's a popular opinion that is rooted in stupidity because we have far too much going on in our government to have
If
it
something's
small.
running,
Our government can never return back to what it was in 1912, otherwise it would cease to function properly.
prove it.
Prove it? How many
Yeah.
departments did we have in our government then and now?
A fraction.
A fraction. Do you think we can remove
fraction of what we
every
have.
single department back to how much we had in 1912 today?
Yeah, I don't think those departments are needed.
Give me
I
an
think we were running a country perfectly fine back then. Right? I mean, when was the Department of Education started? If you don't know, I'll tell you. I know the year of this one.
I don't know roughly.
1980.
Okay.
Has
I don't know why you're muting him, Gucci. Why are you muting him? I got it. So not over talking me. I don't know why we're muting them. Go ahead.
why did I get muted?
Don't know. Don't worry about it.
What made me lose my train of thought?
Department of Education.
Education. Yeah. 1980 is started, right? I told you that.
Actually, let me double
Has
check that
education
because I
gotten
want to make
better
sure
or
you're not
worse?
60 years off this time around. Give me a second.
No, it was Jimmy Carter that did it.
Dun, 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 dun. Ba, ba, ba. 1979. Close enough.
Close enough for government work. So yeah, has education gotten better or worse since then?
It's gotten more expensive.
That's not my question.
Yeah, I don't know how to measure if it got worse specifically.
So wait. So it's gotten more expensive. So is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
So why can't I apply that logic to the government?
The government, first off, you were arguing size, and now you're arguing expenses. The expenses
No,
that
I'm
we can
actually-
the
I'm-
expenses that we can justify in the government for several different departments, integral departments such as I don't know civil rights divisions, would be vastly different from the cost of education
God bless you.
skyrocketing as much as it is. Outside of this usual, I guess, regulatory
So
inflation every year.
why can't you apply that same logic to education then?
Because I literally just explained why the fuck we couldn't do
You
that.
said
I
education
literally
getting more
just
expensive is
explained why the fuck
bad.
we couldn't do that.
Why is education getting more expensive a bad thing?
Why is education getting more expensive a bad thing? Because wages
Yes.
aren't going up to match it.
No, that doesn't explain why it's expensive.
You didn't ask me to explain why it was expensive. You asked me to explain why it was a bad thing.
Yeah, why is it a bad
Oh
thing
my
again?
God. Can you not
Because
track your own fucking words? Actually, I know the answer to that question. Trump supporters request up in the box. You guys got to have more sense than this fucking moron. Jesus Christ. You still have yet to substantiate one thing that you've said. I've had to check on you on several. Is this the best and brightest today? I know we got to have smarter people than this shit. Goodness gracious.
Don't crash out.
I haven't. You haven't seen me crash out, buddy. Trust me.
It was close.
No,
You're close.
I'm not.
But yeah, Department of Education, yeah, I say get rid of it. With all the other departments that were created between then and now.
Not impressed. Are you a Trump supporter?
Oh no.
Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people that I want to have a conversation with. If you're not a Trump supporter, you're not a part of my specific list of people who can always request up. Stay out of the box. This isn't your live today. Thank you very much. Appreciate your support, but my rules are clear. I'm not gonna lie,
So
my
yeah,
guy.
government getting more expensive is a bad thing too. So
Can you give me an example of a wasteful department in our government?
Department of Education.
What is wasteful about it?
I don't think it's accomplished the goal it was set out to do.
What was the goal it was set out to do?
Probably make education better.
Really?
That's a pretty logical.
Yeah, it's
Reason,
very
right?
basic. It's very mundane. Can you get
Why would
a
the government
little
do
bit more
anything, then?
specific? Better yet, do you know what
the government's supposed to do
do
something?
you
to make
know
it,
what the
makes
Department
it
of
better.
Education does? And now I will say, if there's anyone who is in the education field, teachers, professors, so on and so forth, you may request up because this is now a topic that you would specialize in versus me.
Ooh,
Now, for you,
appeal
do you
to
know what the
authority.
Department of Education does?
Probably make education less efficient. It's made education more expensive, and quality of education has gone down.
Hello.
Bad thing.
Hannah, are you a
me?
teacher?
Yes.
Sports Current, are you a teacher?
I'm a school counselor.
Wonderful. I'm going to let Hannah go, and then I'm going to let you go. Go ahead, Hannah.
Sounds good.
So I am more in the special education scene, and what the Department of Education does, at least from my standpoint, is make sure that all the students that I work with get a free and equal opportunity to education, whether that be from public schools or a equal private school.
And how do they do that?
They do that by, well, there's multiple reasons, multiple ways they can do that. They can do it by enforcing the federal laws that they have, such as IEPs and 504s. They also look at any complaints that are against a school. If there is something that a parent thinks that isn't getting addressed with their child, they can make a complaint, and the Department of Education can look into it through that.
Yeah, it would be the Department of Education that enforces Title IX.
Yes.
So all that stuff was done before 1979.
Not properly. That's literally why the department was formed.
Blumpkin, how was it done?
With state governments.
And why? So then, why did the Department of Education need to be made?
I think are you asking my opinion?
No, I'm asking you why it was made. What was the reason for it?
What was their goal?
No, what was the reason? You stated that this was done by the states before the Department of Education. So then why was the Department of Education made?
I mean, you have to give it I have to tell you what
Because
the goal
the
of it was.
states weren't doing that. You absolute
No, I think it was
silly
just a
sausage.
consolidation of power. You silly goose.
Good one. Thank you for using my thing against me.
Both of you hold
it
on.
really shows your intelligence.
Both of you hold on. For
So what
one
it was,
second. One
it
second,
was
one second.
it
Both
was
of you hold
when.
on. Both of
Sorry.
you hold on. No problem. W's in the chat to Sean for the $5 super chat. MAGA slobbers really need to look up the history of the Weimar Republic, World War II, and schmatzy history. History don't have to hurt, bro. History is harmless. History is harmless. But if they know their history, then they can know that they're the little villains in those stories. W's in the chat to Sean. W's in the chat to Sean. W's in the chat to Sean again for another $5 super chat on the tube side. Off topic, as a veteran of Reagan, Bush, and Clinton, January 6th was a total kick in the teeth. How it wasn't to all is a mystery to me. Fanon said, fuck you. W's in the chat to Sean. W's in the chat to Sean. Appreciate your support. Guys, best way to support the platform is going to be the links in the bio. Hector Talks with 2 R's. Hector Talks with 2 R's and Cash App and Venmo. PayPal. Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's. If you're over on the tube side, you may do what Sean did. Send a super chat or a super sticker. Carry on, Sports Core, and I apologize.
No, you're good. So what was recognized was the states were failing to uphold the standards for specialized education for students who needed it. And when the states weren't doing it, the government had to step in and federalize it so that they were getting the education that they deserve. The states weren't doing their job, so the Department of Education stepped in to take over. So if you want it to go back to states, we already have history of the fact that that did not work.
Well, I got a fact that it's not working now either.
No, you don't.
Is education gotten better or
You
worse
can't
since
say
1979?
it's not working because you don't even know what it does.
Has the quality the schools are
Blumpkin,
putting out
stop.
these days gotten better
Okay.
or worse?
Blumpkin, what does the Department of Education, the federal Department of Education, have to do with the education that is provided in the schools right now?
It's in the fucking name.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my.
No, who puts in curriculum? Is it the state or the federal government?
It's probably a little bit of both.
No, it's all of the state, you silly sausage. So then you don't know what the Department of Education does, yet you're like, yes, Linda McMahon, fuck it and get it out of here.
So you're telling me the Department of Education is just a bunch of fucking police officers that go around and slap these educators' hands and say, no, you follow the rules.
Pretty much,
You think that's it?
It also
You
is
think that's
standard,
all they
it's also
fucking
a
do?
standard base for specialized education, like Hannah said, making sure that IEPs are being met, making sure that 504s are being met. If a parent has an issue because the state failed to do it before 79,
of the Department of Education?
it doesn't fucking matter
What's
because
the
you don't
department?
even know what it does.
You're going to tell me that the Department of Education, their budget's probably...
Here's what I am going to tell you. I have no problem talking about the budget for the Department of Education. We can't get to the budget and your issues with the budget until you can tell us what it does and how it would be misplacing those funds in the budget. Does that make sense?
Because Blumpkin, we haven't even started talking about the biggest thing the Department of Education does. But you're too single-minded in the word education in the Department of Education to understand what the department even does.
Guys, watch this. Hey, Blumpkin.
Well, this guy's been Googling shit all night. We can get him to Google
yes,
something.
I Google information because I make sure everything I say on this platform is accurate.
Let's Google something.
No. So I need you to answer a question real quick. Did the Department of Education mandate those gender studies the Republicans talk about?
That's such a vague question. I have no idea what you're talking about.
The Department of Education would be over education in public schools, correct?
I have no fucking clue what you're saying. I don't know anything about the Republicans demanding gender studies.
Okay, I just repeat it.
So I should take your word?
Does the Department of Education mandate gender studies in public schools?
I don't know.
You don't know. What do they mandate in public schools?
Probably testing standards.
Testing standards.
Oh my God, that's not even right. Jesus.
And where do those testing standards come from?
I can't hear you, lady.
Blumpkin, what state are you in?
What does that matter?
Because I'm in Ohio. What state are you in?
States have different standards. That's why it matters.
Exactly. Fucking exactly. My state, Ohio, has different testing standards than whatever goddamn state you're in.
Okay. So does that
So then
disprove
how
my
does the
point that
federal
education's gotten
government-
worse?
How does the federal government dictate those standards if they differ by state?
Does that prove my point that
Can you
education has gotten
answer
worse?
a single question, Blumpkin, instead of saying it just gets worse? How, if it's different by state, does the federal government then dictate it if it is different by state?
I wasn't listening to you.
Perfect. I love that. You have the same comprehension skills as the high schoolers I work with every day. I'm glad to see you haven't gone any further than your high school education.
I can take a wild guess as to what state he's in, or at least a range.
I'm going to say Oklahoma.
I'm gonna say
I'm in South Carolina, but I didn't go to school.
I was gonna say North. Fuck.
I didn't go
Okay.
to school in South Carolina.
W's. Hold on, really quickly.
Where did you go to
W's.
school, Blumpkin?
One second.
Atlanta.
Guys.
Sorry.
There's 210 people in the chat. I'm gonna need to see at least 50 of you. I think that's fair. At least 50 of you. Put big W's. I'm talking capital fucking W's in the chat to Feisty for the $50 Venmo. I need capital W's in the chat for Feisty. $50 Venmo from your bot mods. Bot mods is crazy. W's in the chat to Feisty. W's in the chat to Feisty. Appreciate your support, guys. My YouTube mods be putting in the work. I don't care. I don't pay attention to shit over there. They take care of everything. Big W's to you guys. Thank you so much, Feisty. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support.
Happy
And
January
big W's
6th
in the
to
chat
Feisty,
to
too.
Gucci for the $5 Venmo. I'm actually dumbfounded by the stupidity. He has to be a troll because ain't no way. Yeah, this. You know what? Here's the problem with that, Gucci. Because I used to say that a lot. Certain people would come up and they say certain things. I'm like, oh, you're a troll. But I think that was me trying to deny reality. And you guys know I'm big on accepting reality. And the problem is, every single time we have someone like this say the things that they say, and we sum it up to trolling, we're ignoring the fact that there is actually a large portion of people in this country, specifically 77 million, who have a lesser education than the average in this country, which is a 5th grade reading level. The average person who can't tell me how many branches of the government there is. The average person who for some reason believes that we have a Borders Czar or had a Borders Czar title before the year of 2025. So that's why I'm not going to say this person is a troll, because they more than likely are not. And that's worse. Big W's in the chat to you, Gucci. Big W's in the chat to you. Guys, best way to support the platform is going to be links in the bio. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. If you're over on the Tube side, you may send a super chat. Appreciate your support. It goes towards my therapy. All right, back to you, Blumpkin. Finish up sports. I apologize. Oh, and
no,
Hannah,
you're good.
anytime you want to, please get in here. I'm sorry. Oh, never mind. I'm so sorry. I missed 2 more. W's in the chat to Feisty for the $5 super chat. Stop saying his name. It's disgusting. What do you want me to call him, Feisty? It's his name. It's Blumpkin. What does that mean? What am I supposed to say? I'm gonna call him Kyle. We're gonna call him Kyle. Okay. W's in the chat to Virillion for the $5 super chat. Callers, the very definition of ultra crepidarian. That part. W's in the chat to you, Virillion. Thank you guys so much for your support. All right, Kyle, sports. Go ahead.
So, Kyle, what do you think is the biggest actual thing that the Department of Education does?
Waste money.
Perfect. Okay. So they oversee federal student aid, Pell Grants, and different things for college students to be able to afford the outrageous sticker costs that colleges and universities have placed on students who are trying to excel their education. So there's overseeing of all of those funds, and that is where the Department of Education budget comes from. It's the administration of those funds going out to students who are in need of assistance in order to pay for college to further themselves.
Well, that's made college more expensive, right?
No.
Yes.
Explain that in any way, shape, or form.
Are you familiar with economics?
I'm going to pull the Mike Johnson and say, I don't know what you're talking about. I have too much going on. Sorry, that was a troll. That was a troll. Yes, I know economics. You funny Steve, Kyle, Brad, Chad.
Okay. Supply and demand. You understand that? You understand how it works?
Yep.
So when demand goes up and supply stays the same, what happens to price?
Goes up.
Yeah. So the Department of Education is enabling more people to go to college. You said it yourself, right?
Yes, and that's a good thing.
God bless you.
Oh.
For what? For the price?
No, that's a good thing for Americans to better themselves in order to get higher paying jobs.
Yeah, and it's also put a
I
lot of
see it.
Americans into debt.
I see it, Feisty. I see it.
Sure.
Henceforth,
You guys-
It's allowed.
The
Yeah, it's allowed.
liberals were-
It's allowed private
liberals
loan
been fighting
services
for-
to take advantage. Yes.
Yeah, and the liberals have been fighting for debt forgiveness for a while too, right?
Yes, because of the predatory loans that private Navient and I forget what the other one is that
are
has
government-backed
been
loans, man.
predatory about it.
Fun fact:
These are
Trump
government-backed
University was
loans.
sued and settled for about
Navient
25 million.
is not a
They're not
government backed loan.
predatory.
Navient is a private loan service that had to be
one
disbanded,
loan
and
service is
Mohela
the
took it over.
problem. One loan service is causing the education cost to go up. Is that what you're saying?
It's the one example I have off the top of my head.
It's not the biggest.
Yeah, you don't know what big
Then what
means.
is?
I guarantee you, they're enabling more people than not more people than the Department
So
of Education.
thank you,
is.
Feisty, for making me aware of this. I actually was not sure what it was about. I'm not sure how many of you guys can read that. Can you read that, Kyle?
Blumpkin.
It's funny.
That's funny to you?
It's hilarious.
Yeah. You're disgusting. I'm over this conversation. Dun, did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a question, and I don't want you to take this as an insult. I genuinely mean this. Do you think you're smarter than the last guy?
I didn't hear the last guy, so I don't know.
Okay, never mind. Do you regret your vote? Actually, I'm so sorry. One second before we get into you. Hannah, I apologize if you had anything else to add in there and you didn't get a moment. Men did what we do best. I apologize. If you want to say any final words.
you're good. The last thing I wanted to say is even the demand for the demand to go to college and the expenses is literally one of the other main reasons why we have the Department of Education. Those grants are for helping students out to get into the careers they would like. That is all.
That is correct. And friendly reminder, in 2024, only one of the candidates actually prosecuted predatory college loans. Thank you so much, Hannah, for coming up. I apologize you didn't get to say more, but appreciate you coming up on call. Sports Current, I'll give you the floor to say your final piece before I drop you down. W's Educators.
I just find it.
W's Educators. Thank you guys for your service.
And Hannah, as a school counselor, the special ed teachers who work with our most students with the most needs, our saints, angels, whatever highest praise.
Don't
we can
run,
give
dun
you,
dun.
Is incredible. So, one last thing is I love that the MAGA supporters are the ones who are against the Department of Education, think that it needs to be dismantled, and have no clue what it actually does, as proven by the previous guest.
Are you saying that as a teacher?
I'm a school counselor, yes.
That's not a very high profession.
I don't care what you regard as a high profession. Thank you very much, Forts, for coming up. I appreciate you.
I'm sure you don't.
Absolutely.
All right,
Are
Dun,
you
Dun, do regret
naturally
your
bald,
vote?
or was your hairline just like that?
What?
Your hair, are you just bald?
I cut it bald.
Oh, your hairline wasn't receding?
I don't like to look like Vegeta.
Okay, so you did have a receding hairline. Are you African or something like that? Oh, I see you got two flags in your profile that aren't American. So you're a tether. So you're an island rat.
Island Rat is
A tether. A tether, huh?
Island rat is a new one. You did this
We'll
to
just call you
yourself.
We'll call you
Done.
tether.
Are you a black? Are you black? Done. Done.
No, I'm
Done.
American.
No, you're
Kizzy.
American. Okay, so are
Kizzy.
you white? Are you
Kizzy.
white?
Kizzy,
Okay,
I'm
because here's
talking
the
to you.
fucking thing right here. 'Cause
Okay.
here's the thing right here, buddy
Shaniqua's
boy.
gonna give me some lessons here.
Here's the thing. No one's gonna
You
give
got
you
your
any lessons. I'm just
lip
gonna
gloss
mute
on
you.
and you're so
Is what I'm gonna do. Is just mute your silly ass. Okay, so unless you are a black person, I'm gonna need you to refrain from using the language in which you are using. So answer
Say
the
what I want to
question.
say.
What is your race?
I'm
And then
American.
turn your camera on, bitch. Turn your camera on.
I'm
All right.
American.
You are hiding behind this profile. All right. You're hiding behind a fake name.
All your
All right. And I'm
BS
pretty sure you don't even have your face on your profile. So, with that being said,
Nigger.
dumb. All right. Go ahead and turn your camera on. The invite's already been sent. Turn your camera on. Turn it on. Stop being a bitch and turn your camera on. Turn your camera on, bitch.
Not a bitch ass white
Turn your
boy.
camera on, because every single time I see your silly ass, I'm gonna call you a bitch. So, bitch, turn your camera on. Turn your camera on. Yeah, but I bet your pussy ass won't say it with your camera on. So there's that.
Nigger.
Turn your camera on.
Nappy headed.
Yeah, get out.
All right, me, you can talk, or is your loud?
Where do you go,
Hey,
Erica?
it be white people like that if you see them in real life, they will.
Where did Erica go? Erica, did you get a thing? Did you get a thing, Erica? If you got a fucking violation over that fucker, I swear to God. Ain't no way.
Oh, I didn't get a thing. I think someone like dropped me because they were trying to drop him.
Oh, okay. Got you.
So it's okay. But yeah.
Trell, you vote for Trump? Sent you an invite to unmute, Trell. Did you vote for Trump?
Oh no, I no, I didn't vote for Trump. I was scrolling through. I wanted to come in here because I heard him talking. I heard him talking crazy. I'm like, that's you talking crazy, but you would never say that to her face in real life.
Oh, we know they wouldn't. We know they wouldn't. Appreciate you coming up, boss man. Thank you. Scammy Sosa, did you vote for Trump? W. Sean. Scammy Sosa, did you vote for Trump? I will invite you to unmute and give you a few seconds to respond.
Yes, bro.
Wonderful. Are you a black man?
I definitely voted for Trump.
You a black man?
Yeah, bro. I'm black.
You got a black guy. All right, black guy. Give me one moment. All right, give me one moment. I'm stressed. W's in the chat to Sarah for the $5 Venmo. I want to know why he thinks McMahon, I think that's how you say it, McMahon is qualified to make these decisions.
God bless you.
Yeah. Well, that was a fruitless conversation. Dude didn't know how anything worked. So W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to you. Thank you so much for your support. W's in the chat to Sean once again for the $5 super chat on the tube side. I know educators. Their biggest complaint is the unwillingness to learn. This is a leading horse to water metaphor. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sean. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to you. I appreciate your support. Guys, best ways to support the platform is going to be the links in the bio, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. And then if you're over on the tube side, you may send a super chat or sticker. Also, while Erica is up here, please make sure to take good care of her as well. Thank you so much. Island Rat is crazy. That's a new
Pissed me off. I ain't even gonna hold you. That pissed me off. That's why I requested, like, who are you talking to?
Thank you, Erica. All right, black guy. Do you regret your vote?
No, not at all. I actually am doubling down on my vote. I'm one of the people who voted for Kamala.
Thank you guys for the follows. We are on the road to 40K followers. I believe I'm 300 and something away. So anyone who's not following me, please feel free to hit that follow button. We are live randomly throughout the weekend, every single Saturday at 3 p.m. CST. Typically, we'll get better arguments than Island Rat and 17th Amendment, but here we are. J6 brought out the
And
dumbest
he
of
also
them.
does
Stupidest of them. Fuck. Go ahead.
He also does the Fun and Facts show every Wednesday
God,
at
yes.
2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, tomorrow, those of you in the CST end, 1:30 p.m. CST, we'll be doing the Fun and Facts show, 1:30 p.m. CST. So make sure you tune into that tomorrow as well. All right, you said you're doubling down your vote. Why is that?
Yeah, well, because I got everything that I wanted plus more. We're discovering fraud.
Okay, let's start with one thing, and let's go ahead and go with fraud. So
Yeah,
fraud is one of the
discovering
things that
fraud.
you wanted, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Donald Trump ran off of waste, fraud, and abuse, and Doge would be doing the brunt of that work. Where is Doge now?
Discovering waste, fraud, and abuse, like the Somali pirates in Minnesota.
Doge contract ended months ago.
Yeah, but they discovering waste, fraud, and abuse.
What did they discover?
Abuse, like those Somali pirates in Minnesota.
So I don't think you heard what I said. Doge's contract ended months ago. That case that you're talking about was only recently brought to the spotlight by a YouTuber. Thank you, Erica. June.
Yeah.
Has waste, fraud, and abuse been exposed? Yes or no?
Not by Doge.
Well,
Not by Doge,
so
sir.
who cares? Like you're trying to,
Well,
like, add
you do.
Well, I don't.
Because
right?
you
Like,
said
I didn't vote for
Doge
I
has been
voted for Donald Trump.
exposing all of this despite the fact that their contract ended. And while their contract was ongoing, they exposed quite literally no fraud. Have you ever been to the website doge.com/savings?
What does this have to do with waste, fraud, and abuse being
Simple.
exposed?
The president of the United States ran off of exposing waste, fraud, and abuse, and he hasn't
Right.
done
So,
it.
So is there not
His
waste,
entire
fraud, and abuse being
department,
exposed?
who was dedicated for it, hasn't exposed any waste, any fraud, or
Well,
any
what does
abuse.
this have to do with waste, fraud, and abuse being exposed?
Who exposed waste, fraud, and abuse? And give me an example.
Is there waste, fraud, and abuse being exposed right now? Yes or no?
Not by Republicans, not by Trump, not by Doge.
Bro, it's like I don't care who's exposing it, bro. I'm not like a
You
forever
do care
Trumper.
because you said that you're
I
getting
don't,
everything that
bro.
you voted for. One of those things being the exposure of waste, fraud, and abuse. So you're
Yeah, it's
getting
like
what you
people are
quote
being
unquote
caught
voted
on their
for,
bullshit. I
but the
don't care who
administration that
exposes
you
it.
voted for didn't expose it. Do you see where the
Yeah,
contradiction
but
is
it
there?
got exposed under this administration. That's
Under.
All I need. That's all I need. That's all I need. It's like,
Okay.
it's like,
Let's
bro,
do the correlation causation fallacy. I have no problem entertaining this. Zero problem entertaining this. So did you know? I don't know if you knew this. Did you know that what was the name of that hurricane? What was the name of that horrible hurricane that took place, Erica? The one where Trump suggested we nuke. I cannot remember the name of that hurricane
Maria?
for the life of me. Was it Maria?
Maria.
Okay.
Was it the one where he went to Puerto Rico and threw out paper towels?
Yes, I think.
That's Hurricane Maria.
Hurricane Maria happened under the Trump administration. Was that his fault?
you asking me if a hurricane is a human's fault,
Yeah.
bro? No, it's not.
But it happened under his administration.
Yeah, it's like this is a false equivalency, bro.
No, it's a
But,
correlation
yo, so-
causation fallacy. That would be the terminology
Yeah,
that you're
well,
looking for.
So, bro, it's like, so you understand that Tim Walz is probably more than likely.
Hey, we'll talk about Tim Walz. We'll talk about Tim Walz. Give me a second. We're going to talk about Tim Walz, but give me a second. So I just gave you a correlation causation fallacy, and you just probably looked at your phone as if I was stupid, right? Because it's false. Cool. So why do you then accept it when it comes to Donald Trump exposing fraud, despite the fact that himself, his party, and the literal department that he gave a contract to expose said fraud never did it?
Yeah, well, hurricanes aren't caused by humans.
No
Fraud is.
shit. Well, actually,
So, like, what are you talking about?
technically they can be. That's a whole nother conversation about climate change, but we won't go there.
Yeah, I
So
bet you
once
believe
again,
that, bro.
you're mad that I made a correlation causation fallacy, and then you
No,
did it,
bro.
and it's acceptable. Got you. Cool. What would you like to say about Tim
Yeah,
Walz?
not at all, bro. It's like your vice president. It's like
What would you like to say about my vice
your
president?
vice president is responsible for over like $7 billion worth of American taxpayers' money.
Word?
And you're sitting here like Donald Trump. Go
ahead,
Get
Erica.
a fucking life, bro. Get a fucking life. I don't belong to the Republicans or the Democrats, but I voted Trump, and I'm getting what I want out of Donald Trump, out of Donald J. Trump.
Give me racist mag over these stupid niggas any fucking day of the week, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like
I saw your hand,
Bring the
Erica.
temperature down.
Black people
Okay.
like you saying nigga, bro. You not a nigga. You can't relate to niggas In fact, you like cosplaying nigga culture, bro. So go put your fucking quarter zip on, bro, and sit in a corner, bro. Like you're not a like what the fuck are you talking about, nigga, bro? That's you wouldn't say nigga. I smack the shit out you, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
I'm sorry, what?
Bitch ass. I'm tired of you bitch ass black
What
niggas
the
cosplaying
fuck is
real niggas,
going
bro.
on
You not no
Scammy,
black
tonight?
guy, bro. You a
Scammy, you're
bitch ass
just
fuck.
ranting at this point. I'm trying to, like, can we get back to the conversation, please? I want to bring the temperature down just a little bit. My goodness. Okay, so you mentioned that Doge has found instances of fraud. I really do want you to lock in and focus on the question that I'm asking you. Okay, if you can, and then also tell us where we can find this information. All right.
At the Leary
Who
pool.
was charged with fraud due to he left? He skedaddled.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, Hector.
Scammy got a flag. I had to remove him. He got flagged. I
Oh,
had to remove him. And then I got a live visibility restriction.
Could he say bad words? Maybe.
hold on one moment, Luis. Okay, so guys, because of the visibility warning, it's like friggin' clockwork. Yeah, you can come back on a backup, Scammy Sosa, but you got flagged likely for misinformation because you set up here lying so much. But you can't come back on that account. Anywho, please turn your camera off. No one asked you to turn it on. Good googly moogly. What the heck is happening? What was I gonna say, guys? It's almost 300 people in here. Shower Hector with all of like your penny gifts. If you haven't sent your daily heart me, send your daily heart me. Please share the live. You can't repost during a visibility warning, but just do all of the good things for Hector because we want to ensure that his live gets back on the FYP page so that he can continue to have these conversations, all right, and provide you with this edutainment that you come to love. So with that being said, let's go ahead and knock out the rest of these golden boxing gloves. He has 65 of those left. All right, send some heart me, send some goats, send some, I don't know, some heart puffs. I don't know. Just do all the
Thank you,
good things.
Tay-Tay.
All of the good things. Damn, Ari.
Ari, let's go. W's Ari for the Viking hammer. W's
I know
Ari.
that's right.
Big W's Ari
Somebody
for the Viking
top
hammer.
that.
Um,
Now beat that.
While y'all
But yeah,
at it,
guys,
big
keep doing
rollers,
good things.
can you click on my name in the top left corner? You'll see a C2 League gallery and knock out all of the gifts in that. Would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Erica.
And then also, shout out to Sean for the sweet message. I appreciate you, Sean. Thank you so very much for the PayPal. And I hope you have a great night, love. Okay, I'm going to go on mute now.
Not my camera.
Damn, Ari. Can you be my sugar person?
Can you talk to Lewis while I fix my camera, please?
Most definitely. Hi, Luis. Luis left.
Oh. They have no patience.
I'm okay with that. They don't, but I think he wasn't friendly. I did send him an invite back. I don't know. If you're a Trump supporter, go ahead and request up. If you're a Trump supporter, request up. All right. Drop your favorite hashtags in the chat. You know what mine is? My favorite hashtag, of course, is divorce because all Trump supporters are working on their 15th divorce.
Thank
The
you,
number
Jody.
just keeps getting higher
Let's
and
go.
higher. Higher and higher. So yeah, let's keep doing all of the good things. And I don't see those hashtags in the chat. What's happening? Why are you all not following instructions?
Holy
you got the tail in front of
shit!
your
Thank
face.
you,
That's so
Cindy.
cool.
Thank you so much, Cindy, for the
Holy shit,
pokey
go
thing.
ahead, Ari.
Oh shit, Ari, how you get your tax return so early? Thank you so much, Ari, for the gifts.
No, you didn't. Maybe she just has a good job. Damn.
I'm kidding, Ari. I'm kidding. Big W's in the chat to Ari.
Bruh.
Guys, it's a joke. Black people don't need tax returns to give themselves nice things and shower other black creators, okay? I was merely joking. Calm down. It's fine. I promise. Seriously, Ari, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Shout out to Ari. Drop those hearts in the chat for Ari, y'all. Drop the hearts in the chat for Ari. Black people don't pay other black people reparations. I just want to let you know that.
We sure fucking shouldn't be.
Just want to let you all know.
I just wanted to
Bring it up
debate Trump
some.
supporters,
There you go.
and now I'm an island rat. I just think this is fucking crazy. Do you guys have no shred of intelligence that you immediately have to go to insults, to nonsensical talking points, to Tim Walz, because y'all can't keep Tim Walz out your fucking mouth? Fun fact, it was Tim Walz, his administration, his governance in 2022 that prosecuted the fraud, and where none of you can name the white woman who actually orchestrated it. Get that man's name out your mouth, and I hope he rests in peace. When I mean that, I don't mean he's not gone. He's retiring. I hope he has a good retirement, because that man has done so much for the state of Minnesota and the country, and y'all just can't keep his fucking name out your mouth because of Trump. Jesus, man. Anyway, Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people that I want to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you may call in the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Also, make sure we're taking care of Erica while she's here. Erica is... I asked Erica to help me co-host last night because I was not feeling it. And tonight I'm not feeling it. And she just came up on her own. So big W's to Erica for looking out for black men. Big W's, because I'm fucking fed up with this shit, bro. Anyway, W's to the donators. Thank you, guys. Seriously, big thank yous. 325 people in here.
I need to see all the hearts in the chat for Ari. Did y'all not see that, like, that run that woman just went on?
I was about to say, Ari just went out there and gave us a couple McDouble meals worth of gifts. But like, what are we doing? W's Ari for the chat. Why can't I send hearts?
Most, thank you.
Literally can't send hearts. Hold on. Oh, there's these hearts. Yeah, guys, I can't, like, my phone that I use to check certain things and for MAGA hunting and stuff, it's broken. So I gotta go fix my good one, because this was the backup I was using before I fixed that one, and then we'll get back to the other things. Speaking of, let me check my emails here. We did Sarah. Thank you so much, Sarah, for your dono. W's in the chat to Shauna for the $5 Venmo. Blagger before bedtime is just downright cruel. Hashtag fuck you, universe. Well, unfortunately, fortunately, I would say, actually, TikTok took care of that. So no more Blagger. No more Blagger. W's in the chat to Shauna. W's in the chat to Shauna. Appreciate your support. Guys, best way to support the platform is going to be the links in the bio. Also, making sure that you take care of Erica while she's here. Her links is also available.
I like to say something.
Mm-hmm.
Blagger.
Oh, fucking damn it.
Blagger.
Guys, is this black on black abuse?
Blagger.
Is this black on black abuse? Because I feel like, thank you guys for the follows. I feel like she just heard this man call me an island rat who can't say nigga, and she calling for more of them.
They did call you that, though.
That man said, you can't say nigga. I immediately thought, guess what I immediately thought of, Erica?
What you thought about?
That Kendrick lyric.
You don't want to hear you say nigga, no. Oh my gosh, right there. Next time I see you, that's the first thing I'm going to say to you.
You don't want to hear you say nigga no more.
You don't want to hear you say nigga, no.
Bruh.
Oh, gang, that's the first thing I'm going to say to you.
Fun fact,
shit.
guys, in case you didn't know, I was born here in the United States. I am an American citizen. My parents are American citizens who immigrated here from St. Vincent and the Grenadines in Guyana. They are legally here. They have documentation. And then I was born here, which would make me a citizen. Fun fact. Because I have their flags in my bio, I took out the American one, the second Trump one, because I was like, oh, fuck you guys for about 4 years. Now I get these random people every now and then that see the flags and go, oh, you're not even from here. Jesus Christ. People are weird. W's in the chat to Sean for the $5 super chat. I love it so much when you guys cut up. Erica is a goddess. Love you both for real. Old school Tina Marie love. TLC love. Fugees, Lauren Hill love. Okay, white man, you know your people.
Fugees. It's the Fugees.
I have no idea who that is.
You don't know what the Fugees are? I mean, okay. If you all don't know, Hector is like 21 years old. He has a birthday coming up in like 2 weeks too, by the way. I just let you all know that. He has a birthday coming up. So, I mean, You know, if you want to show him some birthday love, I mean, links in the bio.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Let me reset the gift goal.
I mean, show him some love. It's his birthday. And he's an Aquarius. I like Aquarius.
Wait, not Keisha
Because my
saying.
son's an Aquarius.
Not Keisha saying. Hector, you just
But
lost cool points. God damn. You gonna do
Dr.
me like
Keisha.
that, Keisha?
No, you did, because you said, what you call them? The Fugees? It's the Fugees.
I didn't know how to say the word.
He's like 21, though. He's young.
See, if it wasn't for the dual streaming, we would get the...
and he went to homeschool.
We would get the thing in here. I would play the music. But the tube would then flag us. What's up, Chewy?
Hey, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Minnesota Tim Walz fraud thing.
But talk about it with a lot of passion. Get angry about it.
I'll get a little angry because this started in 2019, right? And that was a federal program, and Minnesota Department of Education, which oversaw the federal funds dispersal, actually raised red flags with the Feeding Our Future program.
I don't hear enough anger in his voice, Erica. You don't sound angry enough.
You don't sound angry enough.
You don't sound angry enough, bro.
I'm testing something out.
So,
Minnesota
did everything they could to
Thank you, Ari.
literally say, hey, there's fraud going on here, to the point that Feeding Our Future actually sued the state of Minnesota, saying they were violating the federal restrictions that were lifted during the COVID pandemic under the Trump administration. So therefore, they continue to receive program money because of Donald fucking Trump, and now he's trying to lay it at the feet of Tim Walz. It started under Donald Trump. It was overseen by Donald Trump's administration, and they did jack fucking shit. It wasn't investigated until Biden took office, after the lawsuit was dismissed by Feeding Our Future, and that actually kicked off the full federal investigation that discovered the fraud that we started reporting about in 2019. And that's my piece.
Oh, okay. Hey, Chewy, you're running for House?
Sure
I saw
is.
you running for on a federal level or a state?
State house.
Awesome.
So yeah, I've been getting it. Started off really slow when I first tried to get into it, but state rep actually has been really, really huge for me, trying to get me in the door on a lot of things, walking me through everything. And she's actually running for the congressional district that I originally kind of had interest in, but they essentially said, hey, you're going to need to build some kind of presence first, because otherwise it's going to be too hard for you to try to run for that kind of a level. So that's where I'm currently at, but I'm really excited to run. I'm going to be pushing out more information and videos here. I got my Act Blue and all that all set up finally, so I'll be having all the links and the websites and all the fun stuff coming up here soon.
Let's go. Is anyone in the chat? There's 311 people in here. Is anyone in the chat from Minnesota? Don't give your specific location. Is anyone in the chat from Minnesota? I'm curious. Do we have any Minnesotans in the chat? First off, I want to apologize to Minnesotans, because I know y'all going through it right now with these stupid people on the internet. They can't keep your state out their mouths. We got one. One Minnesotan. That's crazy. Y'all not popular over here? Illinois. Family. I wish that part. Minnesota's a pretty cool state from what I heard. Never been. If you're from Minnesota, better if you're not. If you're in the region, you want to support a candidate, support Chewy. Chewy is running for state rep, and I can promise you he's probably infinitely better than any random maggot that you have there. W's to you, Chewy. W's to you. You could have had a little bit more anger in your voice. You could have had a little bit more, but listen, I can't force you to be who you ain't. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you coming up, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I don't even know if I want to do a restart, honestly. Let's do another call. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people that I want to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you may call in the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Grow some fucking balls. All the balls you had to defend the people who bursted into our Capitol and caused all that damage, assaulted police officers as you guys scream and cry back the blue. Borrow them for a second, and request up in the box, or call the number on screen. Guys, keep tapping the screen. We should already have been at 100K likes, so super tap. Let's get the likes up. Check out the links in the bio for the best ways to support. You can get you some merch, get me on the other social media platforms. Support Erica as well. Make sure you're watching her videos, because she's trying to do a goal there as well. W's in the chat to Sean once again for a $2 super chat, killing me softly with this song. Oh, is that the person? Is that the person?
Killing Me Softly is a Fuji song and
Fuji.
is Lauryn Hill, Praz, and Wyclef
Okay.
John.
Okay, so I knew that song. I never knew who sang it. I knew the TLC part. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
The TLC part. The fuck is you talking
How
about?
many times I
You
got?
talking about the TLC part? What are you doing this? Stop adding on stuff. You was fine.
Did you just
Why
say
you say
TLC?
TLC part? The TLC, what the TLC part?
I don't know. You said
Yeah,
the
the
TLC part.
No one said the TLC
I thought
part.
you said the TLC part. I'm tired.
No.
Okay.
No, Praz, Wyclef, and Lauryn Hill. It's a cover.
TLC was before.
It's a cover of Roberta Flack song. Roberta Flack sang it originally.
Okay. The more you know.
So.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
We're gonna have to get you to listen to some music.
And y'all, here's the problem. You can't use my age as an excuse because despite my age and like certain things, there's a culture I grew up in that was vastly different, and then I was homeschooled, okay? I grew up very secluded. Like the chatty box you see before you now is a very different person. Very different person, all right? I don't know what else to tell y'all.
And he went to homeschool.
Went to homeschool. It's fucking hilarious. Why do you keep saying that? How does one go to homeschool?
I don't know. You go to homeschool.
Just wake up, move to the next room.
This feels very anti-black.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
You wake up in your room and then you go downstairs to homeschool in the living room or the dining room. So you went to homeschool.
You know what?
You went to homeschool.
You are not a serious person.
You went to homeschool. I just realized what I was saying.
What time is it? I don't think I'm gonna.
Just like one takes up drinking. Thank you, Gucci.
Bruh. See,
Shit.
Gucci, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that, Gucci. There was no need. Guys, by any chance you're not following me, hit that follow button in the top left corner. We are on the way to 40,000 followers for me, 40,000 followers for me. So hit that follow button. We're on that road. We are live randomly throughout the weekend every single Saturday at 3 p.m. CST. And upon hitting that follow button, do what that person just did right there. Send your heart me. Become a member of the team. We call them hectivists. We could commit hectivism. Other people want to say hectua. We'll do that occasionally. OnlyFans coming soon. Just kidding. Send your follows and heart me's. My mom took me to jazz class when I was little. My mom took me to church, a church that believed. Never mind, we won't get into the beliefs. I grew up in a cult, y'all. I really grew up in a cult.
Look at Gerard. Is it Jared or Gerard? I'm black, so I say Gerard. I'm sure it's Jared. But Gerard, listen. He said some Raphael Sadiq.
I do know a little.
I love that man.
I do know a
I love that
teeny
man.
tiny bit of Sadiq. I will say that. And I have one song.
I love that man. I saw Raphael Sadiq do his one man show in September. I took my mom to it, and down in Tucson. And when I tell you, black don't crack unless you what, Hector?
Crack.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Smoke it. Fuck.
Oh my God. You know what? This your live.
I'm off,
quiet.
y'all. Why you doing me like this? I came here prepared for politics, okay? That's the answers that are circling in my head right now. It's the rebuttals.
You know what? I'm glad
to Nancy Pelosi
Shauna
and
wasn't
shit.
here to see that.
Oh,
Shauna wasn't here to see that. That's a good thing.
Let's see what this is about. Let's see if we can go for a third slur tonight.
He just want to flush his toilet. Oh, nasty self.
It's weird.
Hey, Andy.
W's in the chat to Andy for the joy floats. Let's go. W's in the chat to Andy for the joy floats. CC, so here's what you gonna do, because I see you in a blank profile picture talking about my black card. Turn your fucking camera on.
But they got followers.
I don't know what that means.
God bless you. I got your back.
What the fuck is that?
Those are
What the
fucking cool.
fuck
I don't
is
know
that?
what those are, but they're cool.
VR goggles. W's in the chat to Chewy for the VR goggles. Let's go. Big W's in the chat to Chewy.
Let's fucking
Thank you
get
so
it.
much, guys, for
Hector,
the
I
gifts.
need you to do it. I need you to panel.
To panel?
What am I,
Damn.
mince meat? Wait, let me shut up.
Work hard, play
Okay.
harder. Let's go, Ari. Thank you so much, Ari. Thank you so much, Ari. W's are. It's
Shauna.
always black women.
It's always black women. Shauna, so we were talking about, what were we talking about? Oh, Raphael Sadiq. Because, you know, Shauna and I both love Raphael Sadiq, right? And so we were talking about Raphael Sadiq and how I saw him in September. And I said, that man, yeah, I saw him in September.
Huh.
I just told you that in Tucson. I literally just said this like 3 minutes ago.
It just hit me.
You okay?
No.
So here's what happened, Shauna. Shauna, I said, black don't crack unless you what, Hector?
Smoke it.
What you say, Hector?
I said smoke it.
You didn't say smoke it.
I said smoke
You
it.
did not say smoke it.
I just did 3 times.
That's literally not what you said.
I just said it 3 times.
Chat, that is not what he said.
That's literally what I just said 3 times, chat.
Literally not what he said.
You talking about 7 minutes ago? That's a different time. I just said it 3 times. I just said it 3 times. I ain't talking about 7 minutes ago. That part of me left yesterday. The heart of me is strong today.
You said crack. You literally said crack.
You asked me what I just say. I said what I just said, and you talk about 7 minutes ago. See, this is the
Can
problem.
someone mute the host?
See, this
I
the
feel
problem.
like you're a gas.
We on some old
gas,
shit,
bro.
We on some old shit. This is crazy.
Why are you always talking about the past? Why you can't never talk about the present? Why you always talking about the past? You mean 30 seconds ago? The past.
This is the problem with niggas today. They always looking backwards.
Hey. We don't want to hear you say nigga no more.
For the block you. You fucking playing with me. Welcome to Hang Out with Hector. That's what we're doing now. Honestly, I'm good with it. I'm done with Trump supporters tonight. I'm good. This has been annoying.
Oh God, I hope we get a Trump supporter.
That's because you did. Let's see
I
if
got
we get
issues. I told you I'm unwell.
Let's see if we get one. Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people that I want to have a conversation with. Or you may call in the number on the screen if you're over on the tube side, 737-295-5321.
God bless you.
Guys, thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you so much for the gifts. I feel so special.
Good. This person is available. I was about to send him an invite. I want to have a Trump off. You know, excuse me.
Wrong.
One moment.
This nasty
One
black
moment.
woman is speaking
One
over me.
moment.
That is reverse racism.
I can't believe this guy here. Who are you, white man? You know, I
Absolutely
tell you,
not.
absolutely yes. Because, you know, I've been practicing. I've been practicing my sniffles.
I'm gonna raid your home and steal all your oil just for that impression. That was so horrible. So nasty.
The best. It's the best Trump impression you ever heard in your life.
Wrong.
No, yeah, right.
I'm gonna sue you for $1 billion for that slander.
Did you put your pinky to your mouth when you said that?
I've never been so treated poorly like this by this nasty woman. Okay. After what I went through, I had my ears pierced live in Butler, Pennsylvania, and now this.
My ears pierced live is crazy.
Did it hurt?
My ears.
It was the worst pain in the history of pain.
My ears pierced live.
This makes up for all those years I didn't fight in Vietnam. Okay, I took a bullet for this country, and you're treating me like this. You're making fun of me like this. So nasty. So rude. Frankly, it's reverse racism, if you can believe it. It's like the cha-cha slide. Reverse. That's what you're doing to me right now.
Are you gonna file a complaint with the EEOC?
I don't know what those letters mean in that order, but I will file the biggest complaint and have you deplatformed, okay? I might just shut down this app after all.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Then how are we
brought
gonna
me to this.
I'm changing my
Never
sticker,
mind.
yo. I'm gonna make a new sticker. Give me a second. Thank y'all for the follows. Appreciate you. Gift the fuck out of Jaden. Gift the fuck out of Jaden. Jaden's fucking hysterical.
That was
Absolutely.
ridiculous, Jaden.
Take care
You
of
treated
Jaden,
me
bro.
so nastily, so poorly, after everything I've done for this country.
Nastily.
So nastily, okay? Listen, Bobby and I were doing such great things over at the HHS. We're
W
making
Ari
America
for
healthy
the
again.
holy shit! Thank you so much, Ari.
Tremendous. Thank you, Ari. Thank you, Gucci. We love Gucci in here, don't we?
The
Erica
Gooch.
knows what I mean.
The Gooch
right?
is no.
Oh my. The Gooch. That's what I call her. She said I could do it.
You got her permission. Okay, all right, all right. I was like, the Gooch is crazy. I
So
said that
true.
once, and Gucci was like,
So
I don't know how I
true.
feel about this. I was like, fuck.
Was that Barack Hussein Obama I just heard?
Yes, yes, it was.
Obama.
Absolutely not. Send him to the Hague right now after what he did to me.
Not the heck.
So horrible.
What did he do to you?
Listen,
What did he do to you,
frankly,
Trump?
He spied on me. He stood next to me and showed that I wasn't really 6'3", and that was such an asshole move of him to do that. Okay? But listen, you look at Barack and his wife and all of them, I think, frankly, there's some horrible things that's going to come out, and they're going to be in the Hague for life.
Thank you,
just
Rachel.
wait for it. You believe me. It's true. After what he did to this country, it's so true.
God
So
bless
sad,
you.
isn't it? Get the fuck out. Listen, Barack, I have 3 words for you. Fuck off, okay? And it's so horrible what they've done to me. Really so nasty.
Why haven't you denaturalized him yet, Trump?
We're working on it. We're going to send him back to wherever he came from, probably Nambia or one of those African nations, perhaps. But there's horrible people in that coming from that country, coming from the Obamaville, and we got to send him back. We have to send him back.
I think
And
you can.
frankly,
I think you
you
can
know-
use Obama, man.
Excuse me, no, as a footstool maybe, but listen, I'm the first. I'm an honorary black with the way they've treated me. They've shot at me. They've tried to put me in jail. I'm practically a black. And they've done horrible things to me as the first president of color. And really, if you look at my skin,
Oh,
I'm kind of
God.
a person of color. They've treated me so horribly.
Jaden, you are a fucking trip, bro.
It is so true.
W's in the chat to
It is
everyone
so
for tapping,
sad.
getting the likes over 100K. Your new mission is 200. Your new mission is 200K, guys. Tap the screen, show the algorithm you want to be here. Hit that follow button, send your heart me if you haven't already. Let's knock out these Dolphins. There's 53 more W's to the fucking Ari, bro. Ari, my boba. Well, they're closed now. My boba tomorrow will be on you. Thank you so fucking much. And I got you anytime you're in Austin, Texas. Whoo!
Mom Donnie.
W's, Jaden. All right. Looks like we
shall
have
say?
some
Mom
a Trump
Kami.
supporter.
Oh, sweet.
Mom Kanye is crazy.
Mom Connie is.
Mom Kami.
Diabolical. Bro, I thought I was shook the other day. Somebody said mom daddy. I was like, that's fucking hilarious. And bro said mom Kami. That's good. That's good. All right, Fawcett. We already know you voted for Trump. Why don't you regret your vote?
I regret my vote right now because, number one, he hasn't removed all the illegal aliens fast enough with the remove illegal alien button. But
Hey,
there
did Nicholas
is...
sue you yet?
I'm sorry, he's speaking to me, not to you, Erica.
Did
Remember-
Vicky sue you?
Nah. Ryan Karina did not sue me. It's weird because his
Not
social
yet.
security number started with 24, and I was about to go and pull a home equity line on his ass. But turns out his home's equity is only about 78 grand, and I'm not going to go ahead and pass off a social security number to Punchmade Dev just for 78K. My shooters require a bigger fee than that. But regardless, hopefully Ryan can hunt me down.
How
and
much
send me
was
those
it that
papers.
you blew? Was it 36 million?
No,
I can't
no,
remember
no.
the number. How much was it?
Yeah, it's $36 million at its peak, which, yeah, that's more money than most people will ever see in their generational lifetime. But
Yeah, it's true, and you blew it.
Most money they'll ever lose.
okay.
too.
Remember, I'm white. I have privilege. I'll run it back again. But
Okay.
regardless,
How much do you have now?
trust me, enough to be sitting on TikTok lives all day and debating idiots. Anyways, let's get back
Okay.
to the argument.
How much is that?
Well, that
how
would
much
imply
is
we've
that?
got
How
money
many
too, then,
zeros
wouldn't
do
it?
I have to go? Well, but let me speak to the actual host, because the host right now is waiting for me to answer his question.
He doesn't want to talk
Everyone
to
down
you.
below.
He doesn't want to
my
talk. Why are you
co-host,
speaking on behalf of a black man? See, you're
Because she
racist.
can.
I'm going to go and talk to the host, because the host and I,
Shut the
All of us
fuck
are.
up.
Okay.
we are no
Who is
longer in
this guy?
shackles.
Really
Who is this
quickly.
guy, and what is he on?
I don't know.
I'm not on
It's a
anything.
I
lot.
have no
It's a
idea.
lot,
is he
Jaden.
Anyways,
sober?
let me
W's
It's a
in the
go
yapper
ahead.
chat.
too.
Someone shut him up for a second. W's in the chat to Sean for the $5 super chat. I keep telling the kids to fight the power and don't trust it. Please keep doing so, because they are not getting it. They vote in the power, the swamp that they were supposed to drain. W's to you, Sean, for another.
And can I?
Oh, sorry. 1 second. $5 super chat. Kidding me? I'm old school as fuck. Love Bizarre. Glamorous Life. Mercedes Boy. This old man is legit. Cool Mo D.
I
Even
know
the
that's
Beasties.
right.
Kidding me? Prince God. All right, man. All right. Okay.
I know that's right.
Maybe we'll get you a plate.
Okay.
You know.
Shout outs. Hector. Hector.
Damn. Okay. Fine. Shit.
Ooh, I swear to God. Listen, thank you so much to my girl Feisty for the 10. I appreciate you, Feisty. Feisty said bot mods. I don't know what that means, but I am pretty sure I don't know what it means. But thank you so much, Feisty. You know I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. Do you want to talk to him, Jaden?
I don't know if I can, but sure. Who's this guy?
Y'all have fun. I don't know. He's a person.
Are you talking to me, or start talking about someone else?
You.
You just asked two separate questions. He said, are you talking about me, or are you talking to someone else, or some shit you said? We're talking about you to you. There's the answer.
Okay.
Jaden, the floor is yours if you want to talk to him.
Okay. Fawcett, you said he's not deporting enough people with the magic deport
Thank you,
button.
Kimmy. Let's go.
Yes. He has not hit the
W's
magic
Kimmy.
report button. However, my opinion of him has changed now that Venezuela has been freed. So now it even hurts me more, because Trump should now revoke all of the temporary asylum status of all Venezuelans. And now, since there's no danger for them going back to their country, he should be able to hit that deport button on all Venezuelans a lot quicker. So for every day he waits, it makes I don't want to say my hatred, but my disappointment in him go higher and higher. So.
Okay, well, the opposite has happened. In fact, Secretary presiding over this has said that TPS status would be afforded towards Venezuelan fleeing in the aftermath of this event. If your stance is that Venezuela has been freed, hardly the case. I mean, you understand the vice president under Venezuela right now is part of his administration. Current Delcy Rodriguez has now assumed power and is still very much within his line of priorities. If you'd like to support and say that they're free, I'd say pushing more for a free and fair election and supporting the opposition party that legitimately won in 2024 would be the legitimate move. But no, I think going in and de facto governing this nation, or at least giving the free reign towards people in his administration, is not freeing them by any stretch of the word.
Okay, so you're admitting that giving people free elections does not actually make people free, correct?
Well, the thing is, we didn't give them a free election. The vice president in power assumed power, despite the fact that they lost in 2024, correct?
Correct. Maduro's an illegitimate
Right.
president.
And so is his
However,
vice president, which we've now legitimized.
Okay, good. The problem with that, though, is that because of
that's
the
not
vice
freeing.
president's illegitimate stance of being the illegitimate Venezuelan vice president, we need a brand new election altogether. However, if America is able to give an actual free election, then there is no reason why Venezuelan TPS should even be allowed in the United States of America. This goes against Trump's campaign promise of removing all illegals. And here's the issue with Trump right now is that, are they free or are they not free? Which one is it right now?
Well, they wouldn't be free. They haven't been free. As you've just already conceded, that's still the government of the party now without Maduro in its leadership. But it wouldn't be a necessity towards deporting people with temporary protected status, because that is legal status. That's not an illegal
No. There's only one legal status, and that's citizenship. But regardless, though,
that is demonstrably false. Okay, TPS would give you a legal claim towards being here.
Correct. The problem is, though, is that TPS can only be used when countries are so demonstrously corrupt that you
Like
cannot
Venezuela,
allow for their existence. They'll literally become unalive if they stay there. But because Venezuela, again, if Venezuela is not free and there still is a corrupt government there, then Trump is wholly justified in invading that area. That makes 100% sense. However, if Venezuela is free to have its own free and fair election, TPS status should be removed from all Venezuelans. And because it is now a free nation, or it's going to be a free nation within the next couple months once we go ahead and get a legitimate government started, TPS on all Venezuelans should now, within the next 2 months or so, just be removed because there's no longer a threat in Venezuela. What will the average Venezuelan lose by going back to Venezuela? Absolutely nothing. The corrupt president is no longer going to take them and put them into chains, bondage, an OPEC, processing center to be, effectively executed.
You know what's really
he's no
funny?
longer there.
I feel
so
like he's
what is the harm of
conveniently
not going back to Venezuela?
He's conveniently leaving out that the vice president, now recognized by the Venezuelan Supreme Court, would now be the sitting president, and the vice president would have supported the actions of Maduro. So what tells you that she's going to be any different?
So you're telling me that this invasion now was completely, how do I put this? This invasion was for nothing then. America captured the Venezuelan president for absolutely no political gain whatsoever?
That's a straw man.
Okay,
in fact,
then
that
why?
wasn't even relevant to the question that Hector or myself posed to you, which was whether or not there would be a legitimate claim to TPS under the current regime, which is now Rodriguez. She is the de facto leader and part of the Maduro administration. Nothing has been discontinued in terms of the humanitarian violations, the murders, the crime, the corruption in that government. It's only relaying onto a different leader. You have naively presumed that somehow in 2 months that would not be the leader. No. That is still the legitimately recognized leader of Venezuela as it stands.
Okay, we all know that's not the legitimate leader. The vice president of Venezuela.
So what we all know is irrelevant to
Venezuela.
Right. I misspoke. Not the legitimate leader, but is the sitting leader right now.
Yes, so they're not the legitimate leader. Given another 2 months, the United States of America is going to appoint a legitimate leader or have a free election to determine a legitimate leader.
So the U.S. cannot appoint another leader.
What are you talking about?
The U.S. cannot appoint another leader. Then they wouldn't be a legitimate leader.
Guys, keep tapping the screen. Get the likes up to 200K.
So a legitimate leader in the interim, that makes sense. But for a actual legitimate leader, we would need a free and fair election for the Venezuelan people.
Right, which
I'm pretty sure within 2 to 3 months' time, the United States government is kind of capable of doing. So to say that, for the United States government to appoint someone who's not a legitimate leader, it's way better than the alternative of keeping Maduro in power or keeping the illegitimate vice president in power.
That wasn't the argument. It's whether or not Venezuelans should have a right to self-determination, and by a foreign country selecting their leader for them, that undermines that right of that nation's sovereignty.
I get that. During the interim, though, is Venezuela supposed to be without a leader during the interim?
Did I ever suggest that? No. The legitimate winner of the seating the legitimate winner of the 2024 election.
But we already know Maduro and the cabinet that he imposed upon the Venezuelan people is not legitimate. That election was not legitimate whatsoever.
I just gave you, okay, but he is the legitimate winner of that election.
How can he be the legitimate winner if the election itself was rigged?
Is that because he got more votes. Okay, the Maduro cabinet sidestepped his win and refused to certify it and acknowledge it. But he is the legitimate leader and recognized by our allies and the United States as being the legitimate winner and leader of Venezuela.
You're talking about Maduro, the same Maduro.
No. I'm not talking about Maduro.
You're talking about the vice president at this point now, correct?
No, listen to what I've said. The winner of the 2024 Venezuelan election. Okay. Edmundo Gonzalez is recognized as the legitimate leader of Venezuela.
Correct.
Okay. I don't know why you keep obfuscating and
sorry,
saying
we have a lot of names we're throwing around. I apologize for that.
Well,
but yes, what was his name again? Edmundo
Gonzalez.
Edmundo Gonzalez. Okay. Appointing him to be the president of Venezuela now, in the interim, I would support that. But I mean,
great. What's the downside to that? That is legit. That is the state of Venezuela selecting their leader legitimately through a democratic process, and I don't know why you're grunting and groaning over that.
Because the problem I'm getting with having the guy, if the election was so wholeheartedly, how do I put this? Putting second place in power because we know the very first person was corrupt. He was first place.
Edmundo was the first. Yes.
He was in first place. Okay. So then how did Maduro gain power again after 2024? He just completely disregarded Venezuelan law?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So now that
Not
that
good.
Maduro is out of here, and now that legitimate president can now step up to the plate, there shall now not be any issue with TPS status in the United States now. Now that the legitimate president is now in power and the illegitimate government is now gone, why do Venezuelans have TPS status in the United States now when the war is now over?
Am I missing something?
Because it's not over. I mean, we're not there yet. Very clearly.
So you can have a legitimate government in Venezuela, but the war is not over against Maduro?
It's not contingent upon just the government as to why people can
Hi,
claim
Jay.
temporary protected status. There's also, well, go ahead.
No, just saying hi to someone in the chat. Go ahead.
Yeah. So there's multiple reasons as to why any person can claim a temporary protected status, be it fleeing persecution, gang violence, whatever the case may be, does not have to immediately come down from the government and who's in charge. That'd be any reason as to why we should facilitate and pursue the TPS status, because not only is it legal, but there's a variety of different reasons as to why people may need to flee.
Okay, but the reason for the fleeing has now ceased.
Again,
it literally
no, it hasn't, because cartel groups still exist, because persecution still exists, because corruption still exists. I think it's very minuscule and short-sighted to think that everything is magically universally solved just because the person in power has now been ousted. No.
We're also leaving out that
Well,
you
I
can
find
get
it hard to-
TPS status based off of literal natural disasters, completely separate from any corruption or government.
That too.
Correct. But there are so many other countries around Venezuela. This isn't like Jamaica where it's just over the pond. Venezuela has about 10 nations before you hit the United States of America. You can claim asylum in. But regardless on that, if TPS status is primarily meant for people fleeing political prosecution, violence, stuff
It's
like
not
that.
it's not a primarily thing. These are just reasons as to why, that being one of them.
Okay, and I have a funny feeling. When was the last magnitude 10 earthquake that hit Venezuela? It hasn't happened in thousands of years. So a
Right.
majority of Venezuelans are here because of political persecution. They're not here because of a natural disaster. They're here because of the politics of Venezuela via their TPS status, correct?
Well, incorrect, because there's also the fleeing of gang violence and persecution, be they not from the government, but of smaller guerrilla groups and less disassociated groups from the government. There's a variety of reasons as to why people would be fleeing, citing persecution. Does not have to immediately come down from the government itself.
Which hasn't reduced under Maduro, and in fact, we could see a spike in it because of destabilization.
That's true.
Destabilization of Venezuela, correct?
Yes.
We're talking about Venezuela.
The power vacuum that's been created would be a destabilization.
So then the United States would then be justified in taking over the place politically until they can get things sorted
I know
out.
they would love that justification, absolutely.
So yeah, there's no issue with us now appointing our own leader. That's how,
Well, again, it's not our leader. It would be their leader.
And that wouldn't be a free
issue
and
is
fair
that
election.
that would not, right, it would undermine their interest and their self-determination as to who governs their country. It would then be in America's interest, which would not be in theirs.
Yes, but now if their country is wholly unable to stomp out criminal organizations, the United States of America has been able to do this flawlessly for the past 100 years. If they're wholly unable to do this same thing, why would they be allowed? Why should we allow them to have their own nation or their own political system if it's clearly not working?
Yes,
the corrupt guy wasn't working,
So-
and the legitimate guy's not going to work.
How do you know? He hasn't been seated yet. But you said over the past 100 years this has been successful. Can you give an instance where regime change as seated by U.S. interests has led to a flawless after effect?
No. What I'm saying is criminal organizations within the United States of America have not been this grandiose thing in over 100 years once the RICO Acts
Yeah, I
were
understand that. But like we have similar instances
Thank you
of
guys for the
seating
follows.
U.S. We have similar interests of seating Western-backed leaders in other nations. This has happened across the Middle East, across Africa, across Latin America. And I'm asking, in any such instance, has that led to greater outcomes for those nations? At least that you can draw upon historically.
I mean, having a Western appointed leader. Well, here's the problem. A lot of those nations are wholly unable to accept Western ideals. So to instill a
saying,
Western
well,
leader
here's the
only
problem.
benefits the American
No,
empire.
every single time
Why
Jane
would
asks you a
Venezuela be
direct
any
question, your response is, here's the problem. So can you give an example?
go
Can
ahead.
you not?
Of America instilling a third world leader that benefited the nation as a whole?
Yes.
Yes, no, because all those
Be
countries
specific,
cannot succumb to Western ideals because they're
So why
backwater
would
third
Venezuela
world
be
nations.
different? Well, I mean, you've deemed Venezuela that, so why would they be any different in this regard?
3 reasons. Number one, Venezuela is on the same hemisphere as, it's actually in the same time zone as, I think, Nova Scotia, Halifax, whatever. So it's not on the other side of the actual Earth. This allows America to actually have a far greater reach when it comes to imperialization of it, rather than Iraq, which is a landlocked country in the middle of the desert. Number two, Venezuela already has democracy, constitutions. They have a semblance of democracy. These Middle Eastern nations still cut women's heads off for showing ankles. They are not nations that should be run at all, let alone by Western-backed leaders.
Just
They're
a
gonna
second.
capitulate
I'm
after a
not.
while.
I'm not speaking specifically to the Middle East. I'm talking about the global South.
Exactly.
Of which, migration from those nations has not been very widely accepted, or at least any deal of us backing Western leaders in those nations has been widely accepted in that regard.
Like, we can talk about how imperialism actually has worked out pretty horribly for the global South. So do you want to talk about that, Fawcett?
I mean, it really hasn't, because any country you give us,
It really has.
every country you give us when it comes to imperial. But I want to still speak about Venezuela here, so I don't want to have us do a juxtaposition. But effectively, all these nations end up crumbling when America goes in and instills a Western leader, because these are not nations that are compatible with Western ideals. Venezuela, however, is America's shot.
I'm sorry.
At finally doing
the
what
alleged shithole, corrupt ass country aligns itself with Western ideals to where we can install a leader and it'll be successful.
I'm sorry, come again. I missed the first 10 words of your
Trump's
you said.
words. The shithole, corrupt-run country can now assimilate to Western ideals if we install a leader. Is that your argument?
Yes, Venezuela already has democracy. Venezuela already has a semblance of constitutionalism. All these other nations that we've gone into before,
25 plus years,
because all the other third world countries believe in caliphates and theocracies. Venezuela's the only one.
How did you go?
No, I'm talking about Latin America too.
Yes, show me one caliphate in Latin America. Show me one theocracy in Latin America. There is none.
What the hell? So are you acting like we haven't, Jaden? I'm so sorry, Jaden. It sounds like he's acting as if the United States hasn't done this before in Latin America. Like, he's never heard of Chile. All right, he's never heard of Guatemala. He's never heard of any of this before, has he?
I've heard, what are you talking about? Panama? We were able to free Panama from Colombian rule. What are you talking about?
You list one country, but you don't want to talk about Guatemala when they went in for the interest of the United Fruit Company, all right? And the damn country ended up in a 36 years long civil war where over 200,000 Mayans were killed. You don't want to talk about that?
Mayans haven't existed for 500 years now, first and foremost. Secondly, I'm sorry, a civil war.
Mayans have existed? I'm so sorry. What are you talking about? They're the indigenous people of that land. They have existed.
The nation of Mayas. The Mayan nation hasn't existed since I think about 1556. Or somewhere around that.
We're talking about the people.
I'm talking about thank you, Jade. I'm talking about the people. They're in Guatemala. 200,000 of them were murdered, genocided. Excuse my language. Tap, tap, tap the screen, y'all. All right. We love the TikTok shop and all that nonsense. All right. 200,000 of them were literally genocided, all right, in the Guatemalan Civil War. And this happened after the Eisenhower administration did a coup. It was called Operation PB Success. I literally just did a video on it, and I've been reading about it. It's a real thing. All right. They did it, all right, for the interest and the benefit of two people specifically, which is absolutely insane. It was the Dulles brothers, John Foster Dulles and Alan Dulles, who was our CIA director, and his brother was a Secretary of State. They had a financial interest in the United Fruit Company. And because Arbenz, that's how you pronounce it, Arbenz wanted to basically nationalize the land in Guatemala and give it back to the citizens, United Fruit Company had a problem with that. All right. And what ended up happening is they unalived a bunch of fucking people and ousted him in order to take it over. That's it. They did that. And then they installed the dictator. So, like Fawcett, I just want you to read a fucking history book, and then you can look at Honduras, what they did there, what they did in Chile with Pinochet, and how he unalived so many people. That he unalived so many people, and so many people disappeared that they came up with a name for it, and I don't want to mispronounce it, but I'm pretty sure Jaden could pronounce it.
I'm sorry, I'm going to back this up just really quickly.
You can back it up all you want to.
No,
You
hold on.
still be
America,
wrong.
I know for a fact America was not backing up a land nationalist. That's correct, right? This man who was the dictator trying to nationalize all the land in Guatemala, he 100% wasn't the one being backed up by the United States,
Arbenz
correct?
wasn't a dictator. He was duly elected by the people, first of all. All right, so he wasn't a dictator.
Okay.
So there's that part. And you're not what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
But when
This
you
is why I
want to go
don't
ahead
like
and
talking
remove
to
people's
you.
rights to land and property, it doesn't matter if
He
you are duly
wasn't
elected,
removing
you're removing
people's
human
land.
rights.
No, no, that's not what was happening.
What?
He was taking the land, all right? He wanted
Okay.
to use the land, okay, and give it back to the people, all
Okay.
right, the farmers in Guatemala so that they could actually cultivate the land and grow food and eat, because United Fruit Company owned the majority of the land. Not the majority, I would say they owned about 42% of the land in Guatemala at that time, and they weren't even using the land. But Guatemalans were struggling. So him, as their president, wanted to do right by them. And the United States did not like that. They literally launched a campaign, dude, to go in there and make the Guatemalan people think that there was a revolution going on. This is real life what happened.
Yeah, the United States of America supported land, the sovereignty of a landowner. Yeah, that's what we should do. We should always do that. That isn't something we should be against at any time.
No corporation should own a large swath of land and not do anything with it, while people can't even fucking farm and eat and grow crops and things of that nature. So corporation
if you cannot
should be
use
able to do
50%
that.
of your land to cook food, to make food, grow food, either you're on a volcanic island or you just simply don't deserve a nation. What are you talking about?
I would like for you to go ahead, Hector.
Even if America
Hi,
right now,
Jay.
even if America lost 42% of its
Shut him
agricultural
up.
land right now, we could feed all of America. So
Honestly.
why were the Guatemalans
We
totally unable to
absolutely
do
could
such the
not.
same thing?
We absolutely could not do that. In fact, it's why we have an overabundance of foreign reliance on our agriculture coming in from China, Ukraine, and elsewhere, Panama, including that, to subsidize that. We absolutely could not survive with a 42% reduction in agriculture.
Really quickly,
Really couldn't.
W's in the chat to Sean for the $5 super chat on Tubeside. Oh God, another one. And list tomorrow, Mr. Tough Alpha Guy. If you think war is so neat, look up a pic of SSG Bobby Henlane and list or shut up, cowards. I don't disagree. In fact, I should call a recruitment office. W's in the chat to Sean. W's in the chat to Sean. W's in the chat to Sean again for the $10 super chat on the Tube side. Stomp out criminal organizations. Tell me, what did Ronald Reagan CIA do in the 80s? Learn some fucking history. Watch Snowfall and kill the messenger. You have lost. Shut it. I was in the army then. Big W's to
God
Sean.
bless you.
Big W's to Sean. Sean ain't never told a lie, and he knows the rhythm of the black hymns. Thank you so much, Sean. Guys, really quick PSA. Then we're gonna let Jay say her piece. Hi, friend. Double tap the screen, gets to get the likes up to 200K. Hit that follow button you haven't already. We're live randomly throughout the week and every single Saturday at 3 p.m. CST. Send your daily heart me. If you've already hit that follow button, consider becoming a hacktivist today. Continue to do all the good things. Thank you guys for knocking out the gift goal. I'm going to go ahead and reset that. I believe every single person here has their links in their bio, including the maggot. Feel free to donate to them if you so choose. Best ways to support my platform is going to be my links in the bio. Hector Talks with 2 R's on Cash App and Venmo. Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's on the PayPal. Links are available in the bio, and then you can send a super chat or super sticker on the Tube side. What's up, Jay?
Well, my friend seems to know a lot about the Venezuelan constitution.
Apparently.
Yeah. Fawcett, do you want to talk about the Venezuelan constitution?
Go ahead, baby girl. What do you want to talk about first and foremost?
No, I was going to ask you if you wanted to talk about it.
I mean, yes, I believe Article 52 and 53 of the Venezuelan Constitution enshrine the right to protest, or the right to, I think, peacefully assemble. I'm pretty...
So are you talking about the version that was amended in 1999, or are you talking about, like, which version are you talking about? The most recent one, the current one?
We use 1999 around here because, one, it's not a Maduro-backed constitution, which is amazing because it shows that there's no, like, illegitimate hands within it.
Can you just answer my question, please?
Yeah. Let's go with 1999.
What was going on in 1999?
No, I'm saying let's go with the 1999 one.
Okay. So you don't even know which version you're referencing? Is that like what I'm understanding?
No, I just told you the 1999 Venezuelan Constitution article. I bring up Article 52 and 53 a lot.
Okay, what I want to talk about is the National Assembly and how it relates to the Constitution. Because despite the fact that it was not constitutionally permitted, Maduro still completely sidestepped any type of opposition whatsoever, mostly with the National Assembly. And he has completely corrupted the court system, despite the fact that it's not technically, constitutionally allowed or whatever. So I don't understand why you keep referencing the Venezuelan Constitution, because it doesn't seem like Chavez or Maduro particularly cared about it.
The reason why I keep bringing up the Venezuelan Constitution is for two reasons. Number one, Venezuela has a constitution, first and foremost.
Correct.
Okay. All of these other worlds, all these other countries, and I know it sounds so stupid for everyone that's in this chat, it sounds stupid, but a lot of these other third world countries that America installs dictators into, they don't have constitutions. They have theocracies and they have caliphates.
So
these things are not ran off of constitutional frameworks.
Hold on.
These
I
are
want to
ran
make sure that I'm
off of
understanding.
religion. These are ran off of third world principles.
Hold on. I know that you guys got into Guatemala, whatever else. We're skipping over all that, okay? What I want to know is hold on, fuck. I have the flu right now. Hold on, give me a minute.
I was just about to text you because, yeah.
No worries. Go ahead.
Okay. So I guess my question to you is, do you just think that everything is going to be fine and dandy in Venezuela now that Rodriguez is in power? Do you think she's going to cooperate?
No, for two reasons. Number one, this Venezuelan pride, there's going to be fringe groups that are going to be like the United States, because, the left is going to integrate into some Venezuelan sect of society and try to rile up the Venezuelan government into thinking that this is just American imperialism 3.0. But no, I genuinely believe that the United States of America is going to have to clear the place out in order for order to be reestablished.
Okay, so my question to you is, what does that look like, especially when you consider the fact that Maduro literally has created new ranks for generals, and they're teaming up with Cuba to make sure that they have spies in the barracks of the military. How do you propose that America does that when it's so ingrained in the judicial sect of Venezuela, in the military sect of Venezuela? How do you get all of that out?
Simple. Venezuela is no longer going to defend itself. The United States of America should defend Venezuelan borders until peace can be reestablished. Remember, for Germany, that took about 45 years for America to attain, but we attained it. Spies, all this kind of corrupt stuff, denazification was successful. So you may go ahead and claim that, this isn't going to end up the same. These Venezuelan people are still going to be loyal to the narcos. Even if it took us 45 years to get it done, we will still get it done.
Okay. So now my question, because now I guess we're moving a little bit all over the place, and I'm not going to beat this horse forever, but I guess my question to you would be, wasn't y'all's entire campaign America first, no new wars, we're going to take care of ourselves first?
Yes.
Okay, and so I understand, you're probably going to talk about oil in Venezuela, as that's just what I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. You kind of, yeah.
So I guess what I don't understand is how the shift happened so quickly between America first, we're not going to have any new wars, we're not going to meddle in other countries' business, and now all of a sudden it's it's fine. And I'm not claiming that China or Russia has super moral, motivation when it comes to Venezuela. I think everybody's after the same thing, but I just don't what is your ultimate goal here?
I can tell you. I can tell you. So two things basically. Number one, this wasn't a war with Venezuela. We got it done in one night.
No, we didn't. We did not get anything done in one night. You have one guy that's
we captured Maduro, which was the corrupt president of that nation.
Another corrupt nation, leaders in charge.
Now Rodriguez is in charge. And again, you have however many. Hector, can you Google how many generals he promoted?
Yeah.
Because the entire thing that Maduro did starting his second term was trying to make sure that if any coup was going to rise against him, it would be unsuccessful. And that meant completely revamping the military. So you're talking about going in and defending Venezuela for, the United States going in and defending Venezuela in exchange for oil, I would assume?
Yeah, that's effectively it. And also to stop the cocaine trade. I don't know if I can say that word on TikTok. To effectively stop that as well. And that's what I was bringing it back to. America hasn't had empires of crime in about 100 years at this point. There's never been a second society of an underground criminal organizations since about 1934, 5, whenever Prohibition ended. So the issue with sorry, Jane, you want to hop in there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Apparently, we have several hundreds. We're looking at 800 promotions over the last couple of years. We're not even up to a decade yet. Specifically,
Yeah, it's thousands.
What do you mean promotions?
16,000.
Do you? Oh, you don't know anything about what you're talking about.
For the sake of loyalty.
Are we talking about the? Again, give me context. Are we talking about the military? Or are we talking about the narcos? What are we talking about?
The general and admiral ranks.
Okay, again, their military does not matter at this point anymore. America's in there.
Why not?
So, okay. I'm gonna give you guys three. I'm gonna give you actually just one thing real quick. There are only 3 sovereign nations on the face of the planet Earth. Sovereign as in they are able to actually defend themselves to the point where the borders of that nation can be actually secured with its own manpower. There's only 3 nations that can actually do that: China, Russia, the United States of America.
Oh my God! Wow.
For the Venezuelan army, for you to even assume the Venezuelan military is so big, it can go up against the biggest military on the face of the planet Earth is absolutely ludicrous.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
That's not what sovereign
Okay, good.
So couple different things. Number one, that's not what sovereign means. 2, Russia is a glorified 7-Eleven with a couple nukes that probably don't even work.
Okay, but do you or do you not agree that if Russia's sovereignty was ever questioned?
Okay, now you're moving the goalposts.
Okay, then let's go back. Venezuela's
Can
sovereignty.
we go back just a moment here? Because you said something was demonstrably false, which was that the nations that we've previously cooed throughout the 1900s or so, prior to the 21st century, were all third world countries.
I didn't say prior. Whoa. Not prior to the 19th century. No.
Excuse, I said 21st century.
Okay, I swear you just said 19th century.
I said 1900s, prior to the 21st century, were all third world nations lacking of a constitution and were not democracies. That was not true. In fact, Guatemala, we intervened in 1954, had a constitution in 1945. Brazil, 64, constitution 46. Chile, 76, constitution written in 25. Panama, 1989, constitution written in 72. Ecuador, 1963, constitution 1945. All of those were democratically established nations with constitutions similar to the United States, which you've said were justified in our coup. The results of that? Well, Brazil had a 21-year military dictatorship. Chile had a 17-year dictatorship. Some 3,000 people were disappeared. These were all, by the way, people that we've installed, U.S.-backed interest, that led to these dictatorships and destabilizations. Poverty ultimately spiking in nations like Guatemala. So a 36-year civil war, which Erica brought up. That was within the backing, that's the aftermath of leadership backed by Western interests, so-called Western interests, leading to destabilized results and pushback from those people. I wouldn't say that a 21-year dictatorship or 36-year civil war is exactly indicative of a society that is free or is healed. That's
but that's indicative of a society as a third world nation, and that's the
right.
America.
Wait, stop right there, because all of those nations fit the exact same conditions that you have said Venezuela would be free from, would be free of those aftermaths of. All of those were constitutions. All of those were democratically elected leaders overthrown by U.S. interest. All of those had their own sense of leadership that had been sidelined by our government. You're saying that somehow Venezuela would be a different outcome despite the fact that Venezuela would fit all of those prerequisites.
Yes, and the reason being is because Venezuela is not at war with itself under political ideology. Venezuela is at war with itself.
Yes, it is, because you've said that before, okay? It is at war with itself with ideology. The fact that they have not accepted Maduro as the legitimate leader is a war within itself. And by the way, you can point to all the people cheering. There's just as many people that are not happy with this move.
I was just going to say, literally the entire movement, the people that have been behind protecting and supporting Maria Machado, which to my knowledge is still away from Venezuela and was under hiding, even with the vice president taking that seat. So things have not changed in that regard whatsoever. But really quickly, W's in the chat to Patty for the $25 PayPal. I wish I could do more. Listen, I'm tired of telling you guys this. If you send $1, if you send 50 cents, That's more than I expected when I do these lives. All donations are voluntary. I appreciate every single person who donates and keeps this platform going. And I kindly ask that as you're taking care of me, please do so for the panel as well. Their links are in their bio. I wish I could do more. Hope you know it's sent with lots of love and gratitude. Thank you for all that you do. I cannot begin to tell you how much I'll continue to learn. I'm learning here right now. Jaden is cooking. Jay knows her shit. Erica is fucking Erica. You guys already know. W's in the chat to the panel here. W's in the chat to Demian. I think that's how I say your name. Hopefully that's how I say your name. For the $5 Venmo. It's almost as if the American people don't know anything about American history in Latin America. By the way, you have a great voice and this is your quote-unquote radio show. I actually get that a lot. I'm considering doing... I actually sent Jaden a message about that. We talked about that a little bit a couple weeks back. Considering it. W's in the chat to you, Demian. W's in the chat to you. And I know I'm missing something over on this side. Give me one moment. W's in the chat to Sean Green for the $10 super chat. Once again on the tube side. I have to remind MAGAs, unlawful orders under Article 92 of the UCMJ, targeting civilians, suppressing lawful protests, violating international laws. Mr. MAGA, I could go on for hours. Are you kidding me? Also, Sean, this is a fun argument I think you'll have a field day with. I heard an argument from a Trump supporter a couple days ago that the UCMJ is followed by the National Guard, and they would be a military branch, despite the fact that it would only specifically be under acts of war, to where they would be considered a military branch despite their cooperation with it. It was fucking crazy. W's in the chat to Sean Green. W's in the chat to Sean Green. Guys, best way to support the platform is going to be the links in the bio. Hector Talks with 2 R's and 2 of them. Hector Pal with 2 R's and 2 R's on the PayPal. If you're over on the tube side, you may send a super sticker and a super chat. Make sure we're taking good care of my panelists as well. Their links available in their bio. Erica, I think you had something to say, and then we'll get back to it.
Yes. Thank you, Emmanuel, for the 5. Emmanuel said, I find it funny how this pale Libyan ice cricket talks about de-ossification as he describes what the U.S. is literally doing. Oh, while the U.S. is literally doing the fascism, the irony is insane. I'm just a messenger.
I need that spelled. Please
draw
send that
some
to me.
hearts for Emmanuel.
I need that
I
spelled.
will. I'll screenshot it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's hilarious.
Ice cricket is
Draw
crazy.
some hearts.
Sean is going to love that one.
In Libyan.
Holy shit. Oh, wait. Let me do one more PSA. Guys,
And
see this?
Jay had something to say too.
Got you. Thank you. See this? See this, guys? You know what this cup says? It says boba bitch. This is a special order. This is a special order from a woman named Tara Sunflower. She runs Sips by Sunflower, something by Sunflower. She makes special cups like this, and you see like the boba. This is like there's no drinks in here. This is the design. This is the design. This shit is clean. Absolutely freaking amazing. It was a gift from her. Her link is in my link tree. The link to her shop is in my link tree. The way its shop works, it's not all put together like this. You can check her videos out for that. But you go to her site, you choose your sticker, you choose your design, you choose your style of cup, you choose your straw, you put it all together, and she has the guidelines for how you can get this exact one. If you guys want some dope ass shit like this, link is in the link tree in my bio on the Tickety Talk. You'll see, I don't remember the name of her shop, but you'll see the link and you'll see the cups. Amazing shit. Okay. Jay, did you have something?
Okay, so I know that as far as like the oil in Venezuela is concerned, when inflation got really crazy, Maduro put up oil as collateral on the debt that Venezuela had, correct?
I believe so, yes.
So you're talking about the you don't believe so, that is correct. So when you're talking about the United States going in and taking over all of this oil, 49% of that oil was pledged to Russia as collateral for the loan that Maduro's government took. So before we seize anything, I mean, you have to bring Russia into this conversation then, because Russia does have a seat at the table because Venezuela has already defaulted on their debt.
Yeah, if they want to come get it.
So are we taking all of the oil or are we now sharing it with Russia? Because you just said that we were taking all of it.
If Russia is so hell-bent on getting it, come and get it.
What do you mean by
that? That means exactly what you think it means. If Russian interests are so bloodthirsty for this oil, they can come and get it. I just don't see how that is actually mathematically possible. They don't have the population. They don't have the manpower.
But you just said that they were a sovereign nation that could defend themselves against any...
Yes, themselves. The Russian homeland, not Venezuela 6,000 miles away from the Russian homeland. So that's the difference. But no, pledging 49% of your oil, Just, do you know how much oil is actually underneath
Honey,
Venezuela?
they pledged 51% to the United States in Citgo. So they pledged all of their oil as collateral for their debt. That's what I'm telling you, is that you're talking about the United States government coming in and taking over control. 51% of that debt was already promised to private institutions in the United States.
Good.
The other 49 was promised to Russia. So you're talking about, let me ask you this. What do you mean when you say that you want the United States to take over oil production? Are you talking about like, the three major companies that currently have the oil in Venezuela?
I believe it's Chevron. Was it Citgo? The other
Citgo, Chevron, Citgo, and there's one more.
Yes, American hands should be operating within the Venezuelan oil fields.
So let me ask you this. You want Donald Trump to go in, or not Donald Trump, but the Trump administration to go in and seize the means of production for oil in Venezuela?
First off, this isn't the people seizing the means of production. This is the American empire seizing this oil. But yes, we are going to go seize that oil, yes.
That is literally socialism. Donald Trump and his administration going in and seizing the means of production is socialism.
The means of production are already owned by Americans, so we can't be seizing the means of production when we already own it.
That's why I asked you.
Literally not.
That's why I asked you.
That's a nothing burger. We already own the means of production.
We don't.
We don't.
No, we don't. That's why I asked you if you wanted the Trump administration to go in and seize the means of production. You said yes.
Wait. So why would you then have me list the 3 oil companies that still operate in Venezuela if they don't already operate in Venezuela?
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
If I'm correct, Chevron still has a special license from the Venezuelan government to still, I think, frack or at least go detect more oil. So Chevron already has. I believe I'll look this up and hold on. I think they actually still do have this license. Hold on one second. Chevron Venezuelan license. But yes, whatever it takes to get that oil out, I'm 100% in support for, because at the end of the day, if that nation cannot secure their own oil, in order to pay back the cost of us taking out Maduro, we would need that oil. So,
see, only one major one there, but it's significantly hampered. I don't know. What
hold on, who is we? When you say we would need that oil, what do you mean by we? Who's we?
Thank God for the follows.
Who's we? Am I speaking French? I'm not talking Nintendo. The United States of America.
But are you talking about private corporations? Are you talking about the government? What are you talking about? Honestly, we all know that, governments going in there and mining the oil isn't going to work out well. Fracking and stuff like not going to work out well. When the government does something, it usually involves an inferior product. So if the Trump administration allows for American oil companies to go down there and simply start fracking, I would be so much in support of private companies going down there and taking that oil on behalf of American interests, on the condition that they only sell it to the American homeland, which, I mean, let's just be real here. A vast majority of oil trading happens in America. Like, what are you going to do? Refine the oil there and then not expect one of the greatest users of oil not to accept it? Like, come on now. Okay. I'm just going to be so honest with you. I don't think you have a rat's ass clue what you're talking about.
So, Jesus, here's
theory.
The problem I'm seeing with you. You expect the Trump administration to seize Venezuela, not allow American companies to frack or even start oil production there, and then go ahead and try to have this peaceful transition of power to a new government.
Honey, no, nobody said that. You're putting words in my mouth.
So then what is the Trump administration going to do with all this oil underneath the ground? What would you like to see happen with all this oil?
I don't think that Trump's going to get that oil.
And why would that be?
Because I think that the president and his administration are I think it's the dumbest and most poorly planned out administration in the history of this country. I think they're too stupid to get the oil.
Okay, they themselves don't have to get the oil. They can allow private American companies to do it for them.
I think that they are, they're already, Chevron is already, what?
I'm confused how we're going to get to the let part. I feel like there's a couple steps that we're just completely jumping over here, how we get to that part. Because currently oil occupying the region.
This is my question.
What's the confusing part
here? This is my question for you. You legitimately think, so number one, you think that Rodriguez is going to cooperate with the Trump administration?
The vice president that, we're talking about the guy who was legitimately elected.
You don't even know who the vice president is. Why are you talking about this?
Hold on. Sorry, we have like 17 names flying around.
Oh my God.
Rodriguez. Well, you should know
There's
some of
only
them.
one Rodriguez. You don't even know who the vice president of Venezuela is, and you're up here trying to talk about it.
Again, frankly, I don't need to. It's not a sovereign nation. Like, let's be real here. Secondly, though,
Yes, it is.
No, you do need to know, and you just kind of lost all credibility.
Keep saying it's not a sovereign nation.
You really did.
And
You just lost all
made
credibility.
comparisons of how it is, and then they have their constitution closer to democracy. You're just walking your own self back with every fucking word that you say.
No. But I'm gonna continue though.
Yes, please continue to embarrass yourself. This is great.
Embarrass myself. Okay.
No,
but
you don't
regardless,
even-
he's not going to give up that oil consensually. Again,
It's a she. Oh my God.
Rodriguez, whatever it is. But
This
again,
is so
she's
good.
not
This
gonna
is
give
why
that
I don't
oil
like talking
consensually.
to him. Literally, why I don't like talking to him.
Why? Because I could not care less about the semantics of who runs an illegitimate nation. Like, of
No,
course
because
not.
I know
Why
that
would I
you're
care?
reading everything from like Chat GPT or Copilot or something Grok.
Oh my goodness, because I get the gender wrong of an illegitimate nation. Now
No.
apparently that's embarrassing.
wrong.
Like,
That's
let's be
funny.
real here.
They're not an
But to
illegitimate
answer
nation.
Jason's
Well,
question,
not only that, but you didn't know who the opposition leader was or who won in 2024 and who should be the rightful leader. So I don't think it just is a matter of you misgendering someone. These are important people to know as it relates to the fate of their sovereignty and future.
there is no. Okay.
There is
If they were
sovereignty.
such a
We've
sovereign
already
nation, they could have
acknowledged-
solved
we've
this by themselves, which they would never been. They would never have been able to without United States intervention. Maduro would have had a narco empire without us going in there intervening. So for you to say, "Oh, you need to know the names of these unimportant people," we're there now.
The vice
person who
president
runs Venezuela,
that
or who was
currently
going
is
to run
running
for a very
Venezuela
long time,
and was
is the
recognized
United
by
States
said
government.
Supreme Court and has already came out condemned the actions of the U.S. and is in no way, shape, or form has leaned towards cooperating with said U.S. and would still hold power over the military that Maduro has been starting up, which you argue cannot contest the U.S. military. Don't disagree
cannot.
with you, but what they absolutely can do is kill a whole lot of fucking people in the process.
You genuinely believe the Venezuelan army can go against the
I'm
United
talking
States
about
military?
Venezuelans. I'm talking about U.S. troops being on the ground, intervening in shit that we should have never started to begin with, because your president and his administration quite literally ran off of America first, no new wars. And now you're giving examples of other places that we went to for 45 fucking years and stayed there to get our shit done. And I can't think of why the fuck we should be spending our tax dollars towards that now.
Well, because there's 300 billion barrels of oil underneath Venezuela. I mean, like, let's be real. There's $17 trillion worth of oil underneath there. At the end of the day, this is about oil. This isn't about the democracy.
Yeah, we know that. We know.
Yeah, and you know, we want to beat around the bush of this moral argument of should the Venezuelan people have the right to self-determination, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, the American government could not care as long as that oil gets out of the ground.
Yeah, I understand that. It's not a matter of just playing this moral high ground here. It's just that history shows itself to have repeated in the instances of regime change with the U.S. interest at hand and not of those people. Further in corruption, further crimes, further cartels, further... what happened? There we go. Further disasters happening and violent occurrences happening that lead to instances that attack U.S. interests, that attack U.S. citizens. I bear no stretch of the imagination to say that somehow this would be a different case scenario, given that it fits every single prerequisite laid out in every other instance where we've done this in the global South.
Hold on,
Okay,
one
quick.
second, Jaden. Hold on. What? Sorry,
No, you can hold
What
on.
is this map?
Go ahead,
Really
Jay.
quick, Fawcett, I want you to tell me which one is Venezuela.
It's
blue,
the
red,
one
or
with the
purple.
red. It's the red dot.
Okay, just checking, because you didn't know anything else.
But this girl's trying to give me a geography lesson about
Yeah, 'cause you
Venezuela.
need
I
one
know
book.
where 300 billion barrels of oil
W's
are.
in the chat to
Trust me.
Sean Green for a $10 YouTube tube super chat. The USSR got its ass kicked in Afghanistan. The same happened to us. Shut up or enlist, tough guy. Just wait. There's a resistance just like Iraq. Call it what you will. Remember, mission accomplished. That's a great... You know
Vietnam.
what? Hey, Fawcett, are you ready to enlist?
Enlist, bro. We have the right to keep and bear arms. I'm not going over to no sand pit and dying for some... like what?
So no, you're a Dutch-made boy who wants to instigate or advocate for
No,
things that you
because
won't
we
even
don't
fight in.
send
That's
soldiers
cute.
over there.
W's in the
for
chat to
any-
Demian.
A vast majority of
course he
war
ain't.
now is
W's
all
in the
digital.
chat to
Like, come
Demian
on.
Sims for the $5 Venmo. Of all the powerful nations, China's doing nation building the right way.
Of course he's not
Where's
enlisting.
someone smarter?
I mean, Jesus. I mean, like, let's be real here. You are wholly unable to have this conversation because you wholly are unable to think of America being not only just the best nation in the Western Hemisphere.
We're the best goddamn nation in the entire fucking world. What
So
are you
then
talking
why does
about?
that oil belong to Venezuela? It should be ours. You have
Okay,
no idea.
So let me tell you this. Okay, I love Beyonce. Okay, guess what? That album of the year that Taylor Swift won, that's still her album of the year. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry. What album were we just talking about?
Bro,
Do you know what a metaphor is?
No, I genuinely. I missed the name of the Taylor Swift album because I don't listen to Taylor Swift. So if you say it again, it'd be amazing. I don't listen to white women music.
okay,
I'm
I
a
got the
white
reference.
man. I listen to things that involve rape, murder, genocide. Like I'm listening to that kind of music. Like to be real here.
What the fuck? What?
Can we just get somebody smarter?
No. She was talking about. I told her the reason why I don't listen to Taylor Swift's music, and I didn't get her metaphor. I don't listen to frolicky white women music. But regardless,
you
to get back
listen
to the
to rape.
I'm sorry. What?
What the fuck did you just say about music and rape and murder?
Oh no. The music I listen to is like music men should be listening to.
I know what the fuck you just said. Repeat back what you said about rape and murder.
I mean, I listen to rap. It's all about rape and murder. Like, let's be real here.
What rap song is about rape?
Okay, so we got Moneybag Yo, we got Punch Made Dev,
He said song. He said song.
You said song?
Yeah.
He said song.
Hold on, what's that song that goes blah blah blah, never say never, because a dance with the devil might last you forever. What
that
is
had
that
nothing
song?
to
It's
do
from that
with
corny...
you sick fuck. Shut the fuck up. Now it starts. Chat, 702 of you in here. We're going to do this little
Put it in
thing
the
that
chat
I like
already.
to call...
We on the same page. I already put it in the
We're
chat.
going to do this thing called Drop a Sick Fuck Pool. We're going to do this thing called Drop a Sick Fuck Pool. And because he's a sick fuck, guess what? I don't think it should be very high. What is the price you think we should put, Erica?
If you were more...
40?
If you were morally...
I'm gonna be kind. I'm gonna be kind.
It should be 0.
It should be.
I said 100 plus a can of tuna.
Make it 1 cent. Make it 1 cent.
Wait, you know what?
1 cent,
You know
no,
what?
don't-
Actually, because I was gonna drop him, but actually, I don't want to see your sick face ever again.
Okay.
Hold on. I need
All
to
right,
fix
see
my.
y'all.
I need to fix my screen.
America first. That Venezuelan oil belongs to us. That belongs to us.
Okay.
Fuck Taylor Swift.
We're gonna block
Fuck
you.
Taylor
That-
Swift.
It's gonna be the block fund. I can't mute him. I gotta fix my camera. Somebody keep him muted.
I got it.
Thank you.
God, watch out,
Fucking
See y'all later,
these
Venezuela.
people.
Rightful property.
Fucking disgusting.
Someone said Moneybag Yo.
Shit in the background. Oh yeah, I gotta fix my camera. This is a new thing. It just keeps randomly.
Taylor Swift sucks. What are you
I'm
talking about?
listening to the Fun and
Mute
Fact
him
show.
faster, please.
Oh, okay, got you.
It's not
annoying.
Let's get this fixed here. This is the new one.
Okay, $50 in a can of tuna. The fuck?
Yeah, that's fine. It's fucking just
This is why Gen Z men are single.
literally why.
like that
Nah,
guy
just y'all
there.
are bitches.
Y'all's
So
birthright
Oh,
continues
okay.
to decline. Literally, this is the reason. Fun fact. Where is?
It's also a reason why more babies are being browner and browner each year.
That is true too.
Really getting sad.
The population is dwindling.
Awfully
yeah, it's because
small,
white
isn't
women
it?
won't shut the fuck up. So
Why can't I mute him fast enough? Jesus Christ.
Period.
Delete my sticker? No, I didn't.
see, Jesus, what happened? Do you see the problems you make? Come on now, man. Here, take down my number while I'm here. It's gonna be 513.
That's how tall he is, guys. 5'1". That's how tall he is.
5136.
That's-
Yeah, 5'1" sounds like your height. Sounds about right.
5'1" is his height. His weight is 3'6", whatever the next number was.
I gotta delete a camera source.
Jesus, do you have any?
And 0 was the inches.
Do you have any kids, Jesus?
Delete the wrong one. Fuck.
All these bitches is my sons.
Shut the fuck up, Jay.
You sound like you got.
Bruh.
All right, let's get it going. Okay, back to what we're talking
Damn,
about.
Fawcett. Can he be blocked already?
I'm trying.
Somebody do
Dude,
it.
People
then
haven't
leave.
donated enough.
Trying to fix
Then
my
leave.
damn
You have
camera.
Yeah, you should
$13.
dog me. I'll-
$50?
You have
You're done. Let me
$13.
give my social security number.
I want to ask you a question, Fawcett. When is the last time that you talked to a woman?
Oh, what time is it? It's 12:50.
Sans calling
About
them a
13
bitch,
minutes
of
ago.
course.
13 minutes ago. Was it your mother?
It's because he lives with his
No,
mom.
no. There are some white women out there that are actually worthy of a white man. And I got
Who
one. Trust
was
me.
it?
Trying to get a
Who
second
was
one.
it?
Got one?
I'm curious.
Yeah, but actually, I'm going to list my social security number so everyone can dox me. It's going to be...
What the fuck? Oh, now you're trying to get my life taken down. That's cute. That's cute. Aw, that's
I like to
so
read out
cute.
2 donations prior to the bounty.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Emmanuel for another 5. Emmanuel said, if private companies continue to want to steal resources, they should go create their own military to do so. Using taxpayers' dollars to do private companies bidding for things taxpayers don't benefit from, risking American lives is insanity. It truly is. But they don't care because colonization runs through their blood.
What are you talking about?
Also,
That's correct.
Shut up. Demian, thank you for the $5. Demian said, I predict America getting bogged down in the jungles by Colombian and Brazilian mercenaries. Yeah, Fawcett, what state are you in?
Nevada, Las Vegas, the worst place in America.
Okay, all right, fantastic. You know what?
my
we should call the
God, I'm in
recruitment
Vegas
office for
too.
you.
Nah,
We
you
should
ain't
call
dying
the
for like
recruitment
95.
office.
We should
You
hang
said
out.
you
I'm
were
in Vegas
wealthy.
too.
You can move literally anywhere else.
So, while we're waiting,
He definitely
Fawcett,
lives in North Las Vegas.
you have one job, and you have to provide me a song, a rap song, that talks about rape.
Oh, wait. Let me get it for you. That's actually an amazing prompt. Hold on.
Wasn't it?
What?
You have to look it up.
You weird.
Yes, I remember. I forget the actual. The devil might last you forever. Might last you
W's in the
forever.
chat
Hold
to
on, one
Sean
second.
Green for the $10 super chat. Are you stupid? What do you think the CIA
Links
did
in the
under
bio. It's
Reagan?
called Immortal
We are
Technique,
still
Dance
paying the
with the
price of
Devil.
his actions. Hate immigration, hate a GOP president. 6,000%. W's in the chat, Sean. W's in the chat. W's in the chat for Brilliant for the $5 super chat. We get it, caller. You probably think her body my choice too. Oh, you know that's a given.
Yeah.
You know that's a given.
What?
W's in the chat.
Her body
to
my choice?
Verillion.
No, I
W's
don't
in
like
the
women
chat
that
to
much, bro.
Verillion.
Let's be
I
real here.
appreciate your support. Guys, best ways to support the platform is going to be the links in the bio. The links in the bio. Heck, Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. We're not doing a drop fund because I don't think dropping is enough. We're doing a fucking permaban. We're getting his ass up out of here. So the goal is set, and honestly, yeah, I'm not doing that amount either. I'm going to do 40. I don't give a fuck.
But
I'm going to do 40. 40 to permaban this sick fuck because you're disgusting. And
Hector,
fuck
but I
you.
have 2 songs for you. I have 2 songs for
better
you, though.
question. Why do you enjoy music about rape?
Well, because here's the problem, right? It's usually man on man because a lot of rappers go to jail and they see that kind of stuff.
Well, that's not what I asked. Just why do you personally enjoy songs about rape?
Because it comes with the genre of music, rap is kind of like that.
I'm asking you personally, what enjoyment do you get from that?
What enjoyment do I get from that?
I know that you're trying to do the bait and switch and say that this is all about
Jaden.
rap music so that we can go on a defense about that. But I'm asking about your personal preferences and why you feel inclined towards music that celebrates rape.
Honest, I'll be candid for a minute. It's because every other genre of music that there is out there, aside from jazz music, but who listens to jazz in 2026? What do you like? Okay, Frank Sinatra. But every other genre of music out there is just about depression. It's all about my girl left me and I'm gonna jump off a bridge. It's not even fun.
Right, that depresses you, right? So rape is fun.
It's better than being depressed. Come on now.
This motherfucker is disgusting.
Man.
No Vaseline NWA, by the way.
Thank you guys.
That's the first one.
Actually,
I can give you.
Actually, you know
I
what?
can give you 3 more.
Can I just?
Well, no.
Do you enjoy rape?
No, I don't. But it's
thought
when
of
you
it?
listen to that kind of music, you got to kind of take that with it. So.
Hey, Fawcett, can you
But
put
so you
something in the
enjoy
chat
it.
real quick? Can you make a comment in the chat real quick?
He doesn't have
yeah.
to. Doesn't fucking have to.
Oh, thank God.
It's just fucking disgusting.
What a note to end on.
It's fucking disgusting. He's not a well person.
Very clearly. Honestly, just the collective ick right now in the room it's a bit much.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's I need to shower after that.
Chad, I changed my mind. I don't care about a gold or permaban. He's permabanned. If anyone would like their donations back, I will send it. I let that go on for too long, to be honest with you. W's in the chat to Sean for the $2 super chat. I go creeping. W's in the chat to Sean again for the $10 super chat. Push it. W's in the chat to Miss Donna. Hi, Miss Donna, for the $2 super
Hey, Miss
chat.
Donna.
Goodbye
Hey.
forever. Big W's to you guys for the super chats. Big W's to you guys. W's in the chat to Alexandra for the $5 Cash App. Ban this fuckstick garbage human. 6,000%. W's in the chat to Jared for the 5. To Block Fawcett. His personality is as dry as a Popeye's biscuit. I'd rather listen to the Nickelback discography on a loop while eating soggy cereal. Jesus fuck. Please block him. He's as disgusting as an unfrosted mini wheat. That wins. That, guys, okay, you know what? I was just thinking about this the other day. So Toy Box Breeze sent a super chat yesterday that was like iron gold. It was fucking gold. It was so fucking hilarious. In fact, I'll go over it in a bit. It was so funny. So I think I'm gonna do like a top super chat of the night kind of gift, or like competition. So as it sits right now, Jared Finn has the top. Is the top person with the best super chat so far. He's in the lead for best super chat of the night. It's going to be Jared. Okay, so what should be the prize for the top super donation? What should be the prize for the message? I'm trying to think. Also, if we have any other supporters, let's see. I'll let them up. I'm trying to think, guys. What would be a good prize? Because like sending your money back would defeat the purpose. So I'm trying to think of a good prize. I was gonna say co-host, but some of them are on Tube. Maybe a co-host, maybe a couple minutes co-host. Does that sound cool for everyone? I'm trying to think of
They
another
can meet the
alternative.
president.
Meet the president. Oh, I got it now. That took me. I'm tired, y'all. That took me a minute. I was like, what the fuck is Jaden talking about? Co-host or a hat for the monthly
Just like
winner?
if you say black don't crack unless you what?
Smoke it. Okay, hold
That's
on.
not what the hell you said.
That's what I just said. Co-host or a hat for the monthly winner would be cool. So we're going to get back to monthly giveaway, so that's going to be separate. I want something every night. So every night we're live, I want to do a top super chat kind of gift. I just can't. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Jared, you're in the lead. I don't know what the fuck your gift's going to be, but you're in the lead right now. WCU. Let me keep reading. I apologize. Trump supporters. Wait, actually, it's up to y'all if y'all want to keep going. I don't know. Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people that we want to have a conversation with. Or you may call in the number on screen.
Thank you to Swan.
On the Tube side. Oh, shit. Did I miss something? W Swan. Thank you so much. We love Swan over here. Or you may call in the number on the Tube side, 737-295-5321. W's in the chat to... Shauna, this is a different Shauna. For the $2.55 Venmo, please kick him. Wink emoji. Thank you so much, Shauna. WCU. W's in the chat to John for the $5 Venmo. I've been in the Navy for 11 years today and have recruited for 4 of that. We don't want people like him in the military. I would turn this man away from my office in a heartbeat. I am so glad that you would, because I feel like there's a large portion of people who would not. W's in the chat to you, John, and thank you for your service. W's in the chat to John. W's in the chat to Magda for the $18 Venmo. To get rid of him permanently, there's an oil glut. The oil is worthless. The oil companies will not pay to go back and get screwed again by Venezuela, and especially without security forces. W's in the chat to you, Margaret, for the $18, and because you just reminded me of that. Hasn't there been several attempts by Venezuela and the U.S. to get like other people to start their get drilling? If I'm not mistaken, there's been several attempts, and ultimately the floor was open, and U.S. investors said no because of the sheer cost it would take to refine it. I was just looking this up the other day.
That was I was just reading about that earlier on Newsweek.
Point C, like literally.
Oil companies contradict Donald Trump's remarks on Venezuelan consultation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I just want to get the specific. I was trying to get one of the companies because I know I read this. Because of cost. But yep. high cost, complex processing of heavy crude, political instability, and uncertain legal frameworks, and past asset seizures. Good point. Despite the country holding the world's largest reserves. Yeah, that's a very good point. I mean, they nationalize, or they're trying to nationalize their oil, and Fawcett got a live restriction anyway, or not a live restriction, but a removal anyway. He got a flag. Yeah, so the big one we have is Chevron with the limited license. Everyone else is going, we don't want to deal with that problem.
And then, yeah, so basically Trump was trying to entice them by saying that he would reimburse their costs with basically American taxpayer money. So like use our tax money to
subsidizing
reimburse
corporations.
them for, to subsidize corporations, but to, rebuild Venezuela's oil infrastructure.
Oh my
and even Exxon was like, basically, no, because we've been here before, we've been burnt before, we don't want to do it anymore. What is the word? It was X something that the Exxon CEO used, and I can't think of it right now. But yeah, so Exxon's not going to do it.
Nope.
Well, if the companies aren't going to do it, by the way, hi, how are you doing?
Shut up for a second. So chat, 602 of you in here in the live right now. I'm getting tired. 602 of you in here. Make sure you double tap the screen. If by any chance you're not following me, hit that follow button. We are live randomly throughout the week and every single Saturday at 3 p.m. CST. Thank you so much for the follows. I'm on the road to 40K, so I appreciate every last one of you. Send your daily heart meets. Consider becoming a hacktivist. Become a team member. Please gift every person on this panel. Jay, oh no. Guys, we need Jay at 1,000 coins at least. We need Jay at 1,000 coins at least. Y'all sleeping on Jay, and that's disrespectful.
This is my favorite white woman.
Quite literally.
So do it.
Quite literally.
Thank you.
It's a high honor.
You know what's crazy,
It
Jay?
is.
I was
I'm very thankful.
literally about to ask you the other day. I was like, Jay, we got to go MAGA hunting sometime. We got to do that shit. But then,
Oh my God. Okay. But the problem is that it's terrible because they get really angry and I just think it's really funny.
Same.
That's the good part. That's the fun part. We're gonna
Like
have some
he
fun.
was crashing out. Oh, all these bitches is my sons, and he spaz. Like I should not say that word. I learned recently that is not a word that you should say. So if anybody did not know that, I
didn't
learned
even know
recently
that.
that's not a word that you should say. Apologies.
All good. All good. But yes, follow everyone on the panel. Support them. Their links are in their bio as well. Has Jaden got a single thank you? That's actually crazy. Make sure we're taking care of Jaden as well. Take care of Erica. Take care of Jay.
Thank you.
Send the coins over here on the J side. What's going on with y'all? Yeah,
I got
again,
one person to thank.
We're I got you in a second. We are
Patty.
perma-banning.
No problem.
Faucet. And no, we're not using any donations toward it. I'm just doing it. So any donations you send, do not do it for the perma-ban. We're banning him anyway. If you just want to support the platform, do so. Please direct it towards my panelists. Thank you guys so much. All right. Wait, actually, I have one more to read out. I think you said you had one, Jaden?
Yep.
God bless you.
Says, I wish I could send more, but I wanted to share how much I love you. I love all you do, and especially because of what I'm learning. I'm actually able to participate in conversations with my developers a bit more. It does help me. Thank you. Well, thank you, Patty.
Let's go. W's Patty. W's Patty.
Yeah, dubs for Patty.
W's in the chat to Sean Green for the $2 super chat. Eminem Rap God is undeniable. I'm not the biggest fan of Eminem, but I can't deny his lyricism. But yeah, you know, it's each their own.
That's why we are friends. That's why we're friends, Hector.
To each their own. To each their own. Gosh. W's in the chat to Miss Donna. Oh, I read this one already. W's in the chat to Sean Green for the $5 super chat. It was a good day. I didn't have to use my AK. Fuck the police. Sean. W's in the chat to Sean, y'all. W's in the chat to Sean. He's just showing off now. All right. Who's this guest up here? Trump Truthster.
He follows me.
You had something you want to say. I'm not going to do the usual prompt. Go ahead and spill your spill.
Actually, no, I was just commenting on what they were saying at the time about the skepticism for investing. You know, that's absolutely correct. The oil companies are very hesitant to invest in Venezuela because of geopolitical instability. And that's a valid argument. However, you guys went a little overboard in trying to say that the profits just aren't there, that it's too expensive. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do purely with geopolitical instability. So long as the region is stable, the money's there.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I don't. I think
Yeah.
we said it would be very
I don't
expensive.
think we particularly disagree.
Yeah, I don't remember anyone.
You'd have to
saying
charge
that
about $100 per barrel to make a profit.
I beg to differ. I don't think you're very familiar with the cost of pumping oil out of Venezuela was among the cheapest in the world when we had our facilities up and running.
How much would you
In the
peg it as a
90s.
barrel? Well, it's not the 90s.
Excuse me?
But how much would you peg it at today per barrel to make a profit?
I don't know. I'd have to go do some research, but it's
All right,
profitable.
well, yeah, I mean, I've looked this up. About $90 to $100 per barrel to draw a profit.
Okay, well, I'll look it up and come back and talk to you in a minute then.
All right.
Where are you getting your source?
I talked to Mr. Global about it.
Who's Mr. Global?
He talks about these things, about oil capacity, OPEC, reserves, that kind of thing.
Interesting. So, well, I can appreciate that you trust Mr. Global. And I just find it, I don't like to argue against trusting people or not. I don't know Mr. Global, but, if you're going to trust Mr. Global, perhaps you should trust your president a little bit too. I'll be right back.
I should
Let me go do
trust
some
my
research.
president? Is
Hey,
he
well, you
5
give
foot?
Mr.
Excuse
Global
me.
the
Is he
benefit of the
6'3"?
doubt.
Is he 6'3"?
Well, you give Mr. Global the benefit of the doubt, don't you?
Well, he talks about this on a day-to-day
Do I have
basis.
the
He has
wrong
some 30 years of experience working in these
fucking thing?
refineries.
This is not the right thing.
Okay, well, Trump talks about some things that he knows about too, and nobody believes him. I'll be right back. Though.
Right. Like vaccines causing schmaltism, right?
Yeah.
Despite no clinical trial that would support that.
Magnets don't work underwater. We can nuke hurricanes.
Okay, well,
Yeah, magnets
can
go
hang
poof
on.
in water,
He's not
or
the
that he
president of
won
Puerto Rico.
Pennsylvania 3 times.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
also won California. If you listen to what
Again,
he says,
this is where we're at right now, man. You say Trump truther. I've talked to you before. He never won California.
Well, we're about to find out. We have a lot of investigations coming out. I'm not saying he did.
Why
or not.
hasn't
That's
it
what he said.
started? Why are they doing the
It's already-
investigations right before the midterms, where they're going to lose committee assignments in that capability?
Really quickly, because I did get something very
Well,
new. This is about
you
32
can go ahead and
minutes ago.
you can go ahead and
Trump says
prejudge
Venezuela to send
that
oil worth up
the
to
investigation-
2.8 billion to the U.S. This was 32 minutes ago. President Donald Trump said Venezuela would relinquish as much as 50 million barrels of oil to the U.S., worth roughly 2.8 billion at the current market price, announcing the cargoes would be sold with proceeds benefiting both countries. The announcement late on Tuesday, which came with few details, marked a significant setup for the U.S. government as it seeks to extend its economic influence in Venezuela and beyond after the capture of leader Nicolas Maduro over the weekend. It's also a blow to China, previously the top buyer of the country's oil and a close partner. I am pleased to announce that the interim authorities in Venezuela will be turning over between 30 and 50 million barrels of high-quality sanctioned oil to the United States of America, Trump wrote in a Truth Social post. The oil will be sold at its market price, and that money will be controlled by me as President of the United States of America to ensure it is used to benefit the people of Venezuela and the United States, he added. The volume cited by Trump would represent about 30 to 50 days of Venezuelan oil production before the U.S.'s partial blockade of the country, much reduced from historic levels. West Texas Intermediate, the U.S. oil benchmark, fell as much as 2.4% after Trump's comments, and it's currently trading at close to 56 a barrel. Well, here we go again.
So I just went and researched the cost of pulling out oil from Venezuela, estimated between $42 and $56 per barrel.
What are you looking at?
I have to use the bathroom, y'all. I'll be right back.
That's a conglomerate of over 50 sources. That's Grok AI search.
Grok AI is
Grok.
that source. You shouldn't reference that.
Okay, well, let me go dig down to what sources they used, and I'll give you a direct source. Okay, give me a minute.
Okay.
Grok.
Alrighty. Well,
Oh, what happened? I forgot. We here.
Oh.
What's going on?
I don't know, something about the cost per barrel or something.
He used
Why do we care? I'm sorry.
Well,
What's
I'm
he
just
trying
saying,
to
hey,
prove?
if you're going to put forward arguments, then we should be putting forward valid arguments. So
It's
that was an
late. Tell us a
argument.
joke or
Put up.
something. Say something
Well, you guys
funny.
can tell jokes while I'm doing the research. How about that?
It shouldn't take you
Okay.
this long, though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that you're impatient and that I'm slow, but
I'm not impatient. You're a little bit. You move slow. You got old joints.
Anyway, you brought up unfrosted mini wheat or something earlier. It made me
Unfrosted
think.
mini wheat.
Yeah, wasn't that one of the
the
the insults that was yeah.
I don't know,
Brought
but I'm
back
adding that
memories.
shit.
It got me thinking, like, what's the worst cereal? And that's got to be up there in like the top 5 worst. It's like choking down a D battery, you know.
I think Raisin Bran's pretty rough.
Oh, fuck that.
Not gonna hold you.
Raisin
I
Bran.
like Raisin Bran.
Really?
Yeah, I'm old.
No.
It's.
I don't know about that.
I can eat Raisin Bran, but it's not going to be a go-to for me. Thank
I
you
don't know
guys for
about
the
that.
follows.
I don't like
Need
Lucky
my fiber.
Charms.
Yeah, this is the last one.
Oh,
The marshmallows fuck with my molars.
my son has found a new affinity for Lucky Charms, and I tried
Yeah.
to like dissuade him. I was like, "You're not gonna like them. You're not gonna
Ugh.
like them." And now he loves them so much that I have to buy the
No.
big box.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not
Awful.
I'm not the biggest fan of Lucky Charms. I don't like the marshmallow
I don't
part.
like them.
Marshmallow and
I
cereal
can't
is kind of
stand
weird.
them.
Captain Crunch screws with the roof of my mouth.
I've never had Captain
Oh
Crunch.
man, I love it though. I freaking love it. It's like,
This
what are you?
hurts.
What are you, a
I know,
masochist?
it
W.
hurts.
Aaron, thank you guys.
I
for
love
that.
I
the
have a crazy
pain.
opinion.
Mm.
My favorite cereal is Cheerios.
You know what?
Honey,
That's what I grew up on.
version?
I get that. I
Nope,
love me
the
some
ones
Cheerios.
that taste like
The
cardboard.
plain ass
No.
ones. I can fuck with the
No.
plain ass ones.
Yup.
Absolutely.
Those are
I
my
can't.
favorites, the cardboard ones.
My heart doesn't feel any healthier for that.
Hold on. Plain Oreos,
Okay.
vanilla milk. I do soy milk, so it's fire.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Soy milk?
Now, if you drinking if you eating, I'm not gonna lie. If y'all eating regular Cheerios with like a cup of cow milk, gross. Gross.
I like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah,
What's the
everyone
best
does.
cereal?
Who doesn't like Honey Nut Cheerios?
Cocoa Pebbles and
best
Frosted
cereal.
Flakes. Have you ever mixed Cocoa Pebbles and Frosted Flakes together?
No.
No. Wait, yeah, I have. They sold a bag of that before.
Fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I remember that. I think
Panamanian
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the
cornflakes.
best.
I was just going to say, if I'm
Panamanian cornflakes.
This motherfucker got bougie ass cornflakes. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is my favorite cereal. And even though I
good.
can only have one of it every 3 months, that shit is too sweet. I'm trying to cut down the sugar, y'all.
I'm not a fan of cinnamon.
God bless you.
What?
Oh,
It's a texture thing for me.
What?
But fucking Captain Crunch.
Grainy. Yeah, it's like grainy.
Yeah, I can't deal with it. It's weird to me.
It's sugar.
It's not my
sugar and
favorite.
cinnamon.
I get it, but it's the texture of like
Grainy.
whatever. It's,
No,
yeah,
I see her. She's
melts in
yeah,
your
I see her.
Y'all
Jay
both
gets it.
weird.
Cocoa Pebbles are the best cereal. I just
Oh.
had a bowl.
Apple
Fantastic.
Jacks.
I fuck with
Apple
Apple
Jacks do
Jacks.
go hard.
I fuck with Apple
I
Jacks.
like Apple
Well,
Jacks. I ain't gonna hold you.
I liked it better when they had the Jamaican mascot. Now it's just
Yeah.
generic.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it doesn't feel the same.
It's
Did they
not.
get rid of the Jamaican cinnamon stick?
Yeah, it was like racist or something.
Wait,
I like
seriously?
I don't agree
cinnamon
with
Hold
that.
Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No
Hold
one
on.
asked for that. That's like when they got rid of Aunt
I-
Jemima.
I
Nobody
assume.
asked for that.
Chat.
Nobody asked for them to get rid of Uncle Ben either.
Chat, y'all are about to hear me say something is too woke. I swear to God, if they did this, I'm gonna be fucking pissed off. Hold up. Hold up.
I gotta Google this. I'm gonna take as long to find the answer to this as this guy is taking the answer
rid
to
of-
find that we don't give a fuck
I've
about.
been sitting here and listening
Cinnamon.
about Cocoa Pebbles.
face significant
Cocoa
changes due
Pebbles
to
are the
health
best.
complaints and evolving cultural sensitivities. Cinnamon's dreadlocks removed around 2020, likely due to cultural appropriation concerns. Fuck that. And
He was a
eventually
cinnamon
shifting
stick.
to simpler clip art style to comply with stricter marketing laws in some regions.
He was
I
a
didn't know his name was
cinnamon stick.
Cinnamon. I didn't know
Yeah,
that was his
isn't that
name.
neat?
That is actually really smart. Cinnamon.
Yes.
They never.
Nice
I
play
don't
on
see a
words.
reason. I don't see a
Says
reason.
likely to
Applejack.
avoid perpetuating stereotypes following the movements like Black Lives Matter.
Did you?
It's
Did
too
you? I'm
woke,
about to say,
man.
Hector. Did you hear what Jaden said?
What do you say?
I say a lot. What I say?
Is it like what you just read?
Both of you. Both of you. Good grief. Yeah, what Jaden just read. Why does the
Oh.
guy up top keep teacupping if he's ready to share with us the information no one asked
I don't
for?
know.
So the Wood Mackenzie came out, funny enough, on January the 6th to claim that the oil extraction costs
today, right,
were suddenly I don't know if that's today or yesterday, but came out and suddenly going from between 40 something and $56 a barrel. Now they've revised to $82 a barrel suddenly by
Yeah.
Wood Mackenzie. The previous study was done in 2020 by a different group, and that's where they were estimated at the lower end of the spectrum. So what's interesting
gotcha.
to me is that we suddenly have this new and higher revised estimate. So that's a little suspect to me that suddenly it's not profitable to invest in infrastructure to drill for oil in the largest reserves on planet Earth. This guy is coming out and in one fell swoop, he's going to say that Venezuelans' oil reserves are not valuable anymore. I think that's a ludicrous argument.
So did you come up here
Yeah,
to
you
like
quoted
cry
him.
about that or to talk about the information that you found? Because we don't have anything to do with that. We don't know Mackenzie.
Well, you had something to do with it the minute you started saying the oil cost per barrel was $100 in Venezuela to pull it out
And
of
you
the
just
ground.
said 80 something, right?
No.
Said
That's what a group decided to come out and
So what
say
did you say? So what are you
2-3
saying?
days after the intervention. That's just highly suspect when the
So what are
previous
you
estimates
saying?
were between.
It's not
I'm saying that the
suspect.
costs are. I'm
Mr.
saying
Brown
that the
will come out.
costs are likely between $40 and
Can you show
$60
us
per
anything
barrel.
that
Yeah,
supports
and I
that?
would say it's closer
Yeah,
to 80
absolutely.
to 100
Okay.
based on your source.
No, he's gonna go take another billion years.
Yeah. So what do we
It's
like for
gonna take
dinner,
fucking
everybody?
forever.
Ugh,
Jeez Louise.
What's your favorite fast
Swear.
food?
W's in the chat through.
McDonald's.
God damn, Sean and
That
and
Energy
Ari
said
tonight, bro.
in 2020
Hey,
that
hey,
it was
buddy. Hey,
between
buddy. I know you
40
heard me speaking.
and
so
$60
just,
a barrel.
Okay, shut
Hector, you are
up.
actually very quiet.
Am I?
Yeah.
Because y'all are loud. W's in the
There you
chat
go.
to Sean for the $10 super chat. Okay, bullshit. I've been saying for years, get out of the Middle East. It's meat grinder for American troops. Play nice with Venezuela. Leave the Middle East to Russia. But here we are. The United States never learns. The United States never learns.
Yep.
Remember when they pulled the go woke, go broke shit? Reverse that. They never fucking learned.
I know.
They never fucking learn. W's in the chat to Sean. W's in the chat to Sean. Appreciate your support. Guys, best way to support the platform is going to be the links in the bio. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. If you're over on the tube side, you may send a super chat or a sticker. Also, please make sure we're taking care of my amazing co-host here. This will probably be the last guest. I'm getting tired and I need to try and do something. I forgot, Erica, that it's Wednesday. So I can actually stay up a little bit later. I think I'm going to find that clip and see what I can do.
Remember, you have dress rehearsal at 11 a.m. in the not 11 a.m. 12 p.m. your time.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. No problem. Guys, if you're not following me, hit that follow button in the top left corner. We're on the road to 40,000 followers. We do lives every single Saturday at 3 p.m. CST, and randomly throughout the week. It'll be every single night for a couple of days. Do all the good things, send your daily heartbeats if you so choose. Let's get this likes up to 200K. The fact that we're not there yet is crazy. I know y'all not asleep because I see y'all's comments. Let's get the likes up past 200K. Double tap that screen like your life depended on it. All right.
You owe me $5.
Follow the entirety of the panel. Fantastic creators. Infinitely more knowledge about the Venezuela shit specifically than me. Because listen, the only thing I talk about when it comes to Venezuela is that. Why the fuck are we doing this? I thought y'all said no new wars. And these charges that they think are going to stick, I think it's going to be really interesting how they unveil in court. I think when it comes to if they actually stick in the trafficking, it's going to work just because Maduro's a piece of shit. And there's a good chance that he must have been involved. He may have been involved in that as well, on top of all the other crimes he's been committing against Venezuelans. That's the reason. In terms of the information that we have currently so far, it's shoddy. It's pretty shoddy. So our best bet is that he's actually a real big piece of shit who was actually involved in the smuggling. If not, I really wonder how we're going to justify that warrant and scooping him up out of his own country. I think it's going to be interesting. Who is this and why is this?
Not me for once.
Call from.
So I'm curious if
I'm curious.
I understand all the reasons why you guys think that
You wanna get
nothing
that?
that Trump's
Caller,
doing
you're
is
on the
gonna work
line.
out,
What do you got?
but
Truth,
What's up,
hold on.
man?
He has a
I
call.
was just scrolling and saw you call. You had the call-in thing. But I don't regret my vote at all.
You're a
So
black
what's up,
man.
Oh yeah, I'm black as fuck. Yeah.
Do me a
I-
favor.
I-
Do me a
why-
favor.
why-
Stick
why does
around
my
for a couple
ethnicity
minutes.
matter, though?
Stick around for a couple minutes. I'm about to explain to you. Stick around for a couple minutes. I'm figuring something out with the guest really quickly. Give me about 5. Call right back. Go ahead, Trump teller person.
You look so enthused.
I just said this was the last one.
I understand all the reasons that you think that we shouldn't be in Venezuela, but let me ask you this. What would be a reason for us to do anything about the situation in Venezuela? Like, hypothetically, what would justify that? What would the government of Venezuela or its leader have to do to justify U.S. intervention?
So I don't think anything really justifies that per se, but I think with regards to our conquest in the oil fields, I think if that were a deal struck by the government, a legitimate government of Venezuela with the U.S., I think that could be justifiable. I think we can sit at the table with that. Problem is, we're exploiting them. They are not reaping the benefits of those purchases. They're not seeing a nickel of that, and ultimately, these people are being left to the wayside as the U.S. continues on its conquest. I think that only furthers division and furthers instability and may even further corruption and crime, as opposed to alleviate it.
Well, that's a mighty fine argument that we can talk about in a minute, but you didn't really answer my question other than
Yeah,
saying that there's nothing.
I said that I don't see any justification for that.
There's nothing that would justify U.S. intervention. So that goes directly in opposition to the United Nations Security Council, which says that crimes against humanity are a reason for direct intervention under the United States Security Council Charter.
Which statute?
No, let me pull it up. I don't have it in my memory.
God bless you.
Thank you guys for the gifts. I appreciate you. How many roses do we have left? 38. Let's knock out those roses. See, I'm trying to check my thing, make sure I didn't miss anything, y'all. Give me a second. There's a lot happening and my computer's slowing down. What a fucking
It's
night,
called
y'all.
Responsibility to Protect.
Where's this?
It's part of the UN Charter. It's called Responsibility to Protect.
Let's take a look here.
W's in the chat to Jared for the $2 Venmo. I may have to crash soon and head to bed. If I leave before you're done, I'll check in tomorrow to see if I won. Also try Cocoa Pebbles with chocolate milk. Double chocolate cereal? Okay. Yeah, it looks like you're the top, bro. It looks like you're the top. We just got to figure out what the gift is. W's in the chat to Jared. W's in the chat to Jared. Appreciate
Also
your
relevant
support.
would be the Rome Charter. Sorry about that. Also relevant would be the Rome Charter, Article 7.
Just a
Crimes
second.
against humanity.
I'm looking at the responsibility to protect. Let's see here. Framework adopted in 2005 stating every state must protect its population from genocide. Well, it's not referring to additional. But every state must protect its population from genocide, war crimes, ethnic cleansing, and crimes against humanity, with international community assisting, Pillar 2, and acting, Pillar 3, if a state manifestly fails, as outlined in the 2005 World Summit Outcome Document, linking state sovereignty with the duty to protect and authorizing time action under the UN Charter when needed.
And then the Rome
Problem
Statute
is,
of Article
it goes against
7.
the UN Charter, Article 2-4, which prohibits the threat or use of any force against the territorial integrity or political independence of any state. The U.S. airstrikes and raids constitute the use of force without that justification.
Erica.
Yes, absolutely they do, because the United Nations it requires that 5 members of the Permanent Council all vote in favor of said action or abstain. And, every time we go to the United Nations, they say no. So we don't have to respect the United Nations. And
Wait,
here's
that's
the thing.
funny.
Here's the thing.
That's
Here's the
actually
thing.
very funny. It's very funny because that contradicts your argument, because those same
No.
requirements for that statute to take place also apply to R2P that you've just listed. That needs to
Well, no,
have a
because
collective
you respect
I heard the rooster too.
international law. I don't, and nor does Donald Trump,
I know.
and nor has any other president in the last,
Wait, but you're using
40
international
years
law
or
to
75
justify
years
this.
for that matter.
You're using international law to justify
No.
this, and now you're saying you don't respect it? Well, now your argument makes
to
no
point
sense.
out the
Is he cutting out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you just referenced UN policy, but you say we shouldn't respect it. So now I'm a little bit confused.
We'll have to respect it. If you want
What?
to argue that international law,
But
if
then
you
why
want
are
to
you
argue,
why are you referencing it?
because you're the one who espouses
I think
international
Bo
law.
needs to debate with himself.
No, you just did as a form of justification. So why argue
Okay, so you
international
agree.
law to
You agree
justify
that then you
something?
agree.
Wait.
So do you
wait,
agree that
hang on a
international
second.
law is
Hang
irrelevant?
on. Hang on. Well, you made it relevant by invoking it for justification.
No. What I'm
Yes,
saying is
that's what you
what
did. You said it's justified
okay,
under
so
R2P,
okay, so you're
the responsibility to protect, right? Under the UN Charter, you say it's justified. I explain how it's not by 2 different reasons.
Almost
One, it
done,
requires a collective and approved by the UN Security Council, and 2, it's contradicted by another pre-existing statute, which is UN Charter Article 2. You cannot use it to justify it and then condemn it when it comes to it not being justified.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Wait, can you
Do you
acknowledge
think-
that, please?
Do you
That's a
Well,
contradiction
no,
to
I
invoke
disagree. I
international.
disagree with your assessment, but let's
Well,
move
why,
forward.
Wait, but why are you invoking international law if you would disregard it otherwise?
Do you really want me to answer that question?
I asked it.
Okay, well then let me answer without interrupting me, please. So I am mentioning international law because that is what everyone is using to argue against the intervention. And so to you, I had asked the question as to what you would consider justification for us to intervene. Now, with that being said, if you don't think that there's anything that would justify intervention, I was going to point you to that as a source of the so-called morality of rules-based order. Not because I think that we should be bound by it. And clearly, I don't think that. So you can try to say and juxtapose and trap me into that rule, but no, that's not what I believe at all.
Well, okay, then it's irrelevant to be invoking it in any instance of the word if you're going to be saying that it's not bound by it. I mean, why reference
you can
international
say
law?
that
Wait, I didn't interrupt you. Why reference international law while also noting the fact that it explicitly violates that and acts unilaterally without the approval of that council, breaking UN previously established charters? You cannot say we should abide by this and here's the legal clearance that would do that, and then disregard it when it very clearly states that you have no authority to do so unilaterally.
Well, I can. I just did.
Well, it makes no sense. Your argument is not justifiable. It's contradictory.
Okay. So let me ask
And
you
I
this.
just explained why.
Okay, well, let me ask you this.
Well, can you concede that it's a contradiction?
No, you perceive it to be a contradiction.
No,
I
okay,
used it for the
explain how
purpose
it's
of demonstrating
logical.
an
Because,
argument.
right, but I've demonstrated how it's illogical and inconsistent. Explain how it is.
It's logical because it shows that your morality is based upon whether it's legal or not. And my morality is based on a totally different set of standards.
What?
Which is legal. You referenced a legal charter.
No, I referenced it because that's what
Is the
your
RT
side
is the
is trying
R2P
to
not
espouse.
is that not international law? The responsibility to protect. That's not a moral argument, that's a legal precedent, an internationally legal precedent set forth in 2005.
Well, clearly you don't think that based on what you've said, you don't agree with international law either. So we're
Well,
making
I
somewhere.
do.
We're making
Wait,
it somewhere.
I do agree with international law that bars the United States from taking unilateral action.
Really
As I've told you, it requires a collective and approved UN Security Council approval.
Sounds about right.
But you don't
call
agree
back
with the
in.
part of international
Black
law
dude,
that
just
says
call
that
back
we
in.
should
I'll just keep
intervene
you
when
on the
there are
line as we're
crimes
finishing
against
up. Just
humanity.
call back in.
That's not what I said.
W's in the chat to Sean Green.
Okay,
for the
well, okay. So
$10
let me
super
ask
chat
you
on the
this:
cheap
we're making
side.
headway. We're
Walk
making
the
this
walk,
is good.
MAGA.
This is really good.
Wait.
Absolutely love.
Why
Host
do I
is
have to wait
talking.
when
You
it?
guys don't
Host is
know
talking.
when to shut the fuck up when I'm talking. By you guys, I mean Trump supporters. W's in the chat to Sean for the $10 super chat. Walk the walk, MAGA. Back. I think you meant to say back your man's move. And Lister, shut up, guy. Binge watch some Wounded Warrior ads. You break it, you buy it. You disgust me. Sean be going off on you. Sean be going off on YouTube. W's in the chat to Sean. W's in the chat to Sean. I appreciate your super chat. Black dude, if you're still in the live over there, just call in again. I'll just hold you on the line because we're about to wrap up with this one dude. I'll just hold you on the line until we're done. Oh, where'd Erica go? Okay, go ahead, Trump person.
Okay, so the part of international law that says that countries have a duty to protect against crimes against humanity and war crimes and genocides.
I don't disagree with that.
Wait a minute.
I do not disagree with that statute. What I do disagree with is taking unilateral action, which is not backed by that charter, unless you can demonstrate where it is.
No. You're correct. You're 100% correct. And
that's why it's a violation of international law, man.
I understand. I listen. I'm not stupid. I understand that. So let me. Okay, come on. Keep interrupting me.
I mean, you said Trump won California, so.
No, I said that Trump says he won California.
Right. That's a stupid fucking thing to repeat, isn't it?
All right. Well, anyway, so to keep on what I was trying to say, we can talk about that in a minute. So to keep on what I was trying to say here is that the part about protecting from crimes against humanity is based on the moral notion that we should not allow people to do those things. So my question to you now is that if China and Russia, for political purposes, blockade us and veto every attempt we have to enforce things that are, according to the UN Charter, required, like protecting against crimes against humanity, then how has the United Nations not blockaded its own rules by not supporting our efforts? Because China and Russia came out. I mean, we didn't go to the UN, but they came out and condemned us for removing Maduro. So, I mean, obviously, if we had gone to the UN, and that's why we didn't, because if we did, they would just veto us anyway, number one. And number two, if we went to them, then the whole element of surprise would be gone, and
you know what the condemnation
likely
was
not
for?
possible to secure Maduro.
You know why the condemnation took place. You know why they condemned it alongside our entire Congress and several other countries.
For the same reasons they would have vetoed our request if we had gone to the UN.
To the UN Council
because they don't want to be
get
third
the
in
clearance,
line. They don't want to be third in
and
line.
They never went through Congress, which is why they now have 60 days, so long as things don't escalate, to be in there before they have to get the fuck out. Which
I don't think the Chinese or Russians care whether we go through Congress or not.
Again, the council.
If you think that Chinese or Russians care whether we go through our Congress,
just referenced that you said they would have never let it happen. Their issue wasn't that he did it. More so, it was that he didn't get their approval. There are steps to this that were completely violated. That's why it was condemned.
Well, if you believe that China and Russia would have given their approval, then you haven't followed the last 50 years of their record.
I don't believe they would have.
Exactly.
I don't know what your point is. Wait, what is your point on that?
My point is that they don't care about the crimes against humanity, and nor do
I
you.
think
Neither
I
does
think
America.
I think that this guy just keeps arguing with himself, and then when
Yes.
Jaden makes a point, he just goes, "Yeah, exactly." I don't think he even knows what he thinks. He's contradicted himself like
Yeah,
15
I mean,
times.
America is not doing this out of humanitarian liberation. I think you yourself have said that this is an oil exploit.
No,
Those
wait a minute.
conditions would still
Actually,
persist. I mean, Rodriguez is the second in command now. It doesn't mean that that's going to stop the humanitarian violations.
Give me a moment to be messy. Rob Bryan,
yeah,
751
so
over
we
on the
didn't go
tube
in there
side.
for
Shut the
that.
hell up.
That
That's
was
what
to
you
demonstrate
know.
to
Call
you
in the
that
number if you got energy to say. Go ahead.
the reason we went into Venezuela is a combination of things that don't necessarily include the crimes against humanity, but they do
They
include
don't include it at
other.
all.
Well, I think that that's intellectually dishonest.
When has that ever been stated that we're trying to thwart the humanitarian efforts?
I hate that I can't.
Well, firstly, I think you got the statement wrong. We're
The
not trying to.
anti-humanitarian efforts, excuse me.
That's okay. So
You knew what I
that's a
meant.
side effect. That's a side effect of what we're doing. Hopefully,
Why
but
would that be
that's
the
not the
side
argument
effect?
I'm making.
I know, but it is the argument you're making because you're saying that this statute, as approved by the UN, of protecting against humanitarian atrocities is why we're in it and why it's justified, even though that hasn't been referenced. It is. And there's been no
okay, so in a
concentrated
larger,
effort of liberating them from the draconian policies and humanitarian disdain there. There's been no mention of facilitating any kind of clean and fresh water coming in, or humanitarian resources and food and clothing and stability and electricity. There's been no mention of that whatsoever, and you're trying to use this as though somehow that is under the guise of whatever they're doing right now.
So Venezuela currently, before this intervention, Venezuela was indebted to the tune of anywhere between $50 and $300 billion, depending on who you listen to China. And they were trying to take on more debt with Russia, and they were going to do so while continuing their operations with narco trafficking and while continuing not to reinvest the money in increasing oil production. Okay, and while harboring terrorists and buying Russian missiles, and so we're getting them off of that path. So that in and of itself is a humanitarian mission.
It's really not, given the fact that Trump doesn't seem to care about narco groups within governments and trafficking, as noted by the fact that he pardoned the Honduran president, ex-Honduran president Hernandez, Silk Road in America. The list goes on. I wouldn't say that this is in the interest of humanitarian aid, or at least facilitating any humanitarian disasters. Oil seems to be the main guiding point here.
I would argue,
and not one that Venezuela would reap the benefits of.
72.
But you previously argued that it was too expensive to get the oil out of the ground. So then that argument.
I didn't argue that. No, I never argued that point.
It would be extremely.
In fact, I never said those words.
Saying, who was saying that it was $100 a barrel and it wasn't?
No, I said. Well, you said that when you read that source
No.
that agreed with me that it would be to the tune of $80 to $100 per barrel. I never said it would be too expensive to extract. I'd say to make a profit, that's how much you'd have to charge, which your source agreed with me on.
No, I provide.
Well, you did.
Highly questionable, and that's what I said earlier.
All anyone put
So
in
don't
a
twist my
dollar
words.
amount on it.
I didn't twist your words. That was what you
Yeah,
brought
you
to the
did.
table. You said that you would reference Grok, and then you said you'd give one of the sources, and then we talked about cereal, and you came back, and that was the first source you presented. You referenced something from 2020 that looked at numbers like $30 to $40 a barrel, I think it was. Today, the numbers are a bit steeper.
But also another thing though, Jaden, is that because of the type of crude oil that it is, it typically does sell at a lesser price. So one of the main things though about crude oil is that we don't want the price of a barrel to go under $50. Because if we go under $50, what that means is that we have basically too much supply, so too much crude oil. and not enough demand, which causes the oil companies to start to lose profits, typically. So if it's already selling at a discounted amount, the truth trumper it is? I think so. The truth trumper. How is this going to be beneficial for the oil companies if it already sells at a lesser amount because of the type of crude oil that it is? It's denser and it's heavier and all that jazz that they say it is.
Well,
How's this going to
those
benefit
are already baked into the 2020 estimates of the cost. And
the
if you
2020
want,
estimates?
yeah, because the 2026 estimates are by a group called Wood Mackenzie that just politically at the most convenient time comes out and tries to argue that
Why would it be
drilling
politically convenient for them? I mean, it just happened. Of course they should be assessing these numbers as opposed to 6 years ago, especially in the wake of hyperinflation that's taken place.
Okay, well, hey, so in that case, I'll hang your hat on that. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hang your hat.
All right.
Hang your
No
hat
problem.
on the fact. Hey, you're hanging your hat on the idea that the largest proven oil reserves in the world have no value at anything less than $100 a barrel.
No, that's a straw man
hey,
attack.
That's,
a straw
he
man.
didn't
it's
say
not.
that.
He
That's
literally
what
keeps
said.
going
Never
back
said
to it.
that.
He keeps
No,
going
I
back
never
to
did.
something
Okay,
that
what are
you
you
never
saying
said.
then? What are you saying then?
I hate when they
What are you
argue
saying?
points that we didn't make.
I just made
I
a
know.
whole
What are
video
you
about
saying
this,
then?
bro.
You said that.
So the estimate to generate a profit would be around $80 to $100 per barrel.
Okay, so go ahead and hang
That
your
is
hat
the
on that.
that is
Thank you,
the
Shoni.
early estimate right now that McKinsey that you've referenced has cited.
Go ahead and hang your hat on the idea that we won't be able to make money off of Venezuela's
I never
oil.
said
Oh
that.
my
Again, I
fucking
never
God.
said that.
Here,
So what are you saying?
Who?
What I just told you. What's up, Phil?
Phil. Hi,
Okay.
Phil.
What's up, Phil?
Didn't
So
say we'd
you
never
agree
make a
that
profit.
you agree then
I said that
then
would be the cost that we'd have to generate it at.
okay, well I disagree, but if you think that that's what the cost is,
Thank you,
It's not that
Riza.
you think
I
that that's
think
what
that. It's what you referenced.
No, you're the one who brought up the $100 a barrel
Right,
initially.
and you reaffirm that with your source.
Oh, gee
From
whiz.
this
No, I
year,
didn't.
from January 6th of this year. I'm not going to reference something from 6 years ago, prior to the hyperinflation, prior to what's happened in Venezuela right now.
Okay, well, you can reference the conveniently timed Wood Mackenzie report, and that's fine.
My guy, why wouldn't it be timed anywhere else?
Thank you, April.
Of course, they should want to look at the numbers now as we have a better assessment of what's actually in their country.
So if we're talking about this, it's because you think that we're not going to be able to make a profit based on that
I
information.
never said that. I never said
Well,
that.
Then
I never
then
said
why
we
is
wouldn't
why are we
make a
talking about the
profit. I'm
price?
just
why
giving
are-
you the rates because I think it's relevant as to how difficult it might be.
Okay, well, I
This
think
isn't an
that how-
operation that's going to be in full swing in the next year or the next 5 years. We're looking at 10 to 12 years down the line with the type of crude oil we're dealing with. Ever wonder why the
Okay.
Keystone XL didn't open up in a timely manner? Well, this is just one of the reasons.
Hey, Jared, you still
think
here?
doing a global effort of transporting that's going to be even easier?
Where you at, Jared?
Okay, hey, I'll give that to you. And earlier, we were talking about the other reasons why we went into Venezuela, and that's where it gets really interesting because aside from the oil and aside from the crimes against humanity, you have illegal money flows going right back to the city of London. You know, the offshore banking in the Cayman Islands, all of the global elites' stronghold on about $50 trillion of assets that operate outside of the legal framework. They don't operate within
Yeah, we should close
institutions.
offshore tax loopholes. We should close the Cayman Islands.
Right. Okay. So here's
we
where
should
it gets
bar
really
any leader from owning a private bank account from a foreign nation, such as Trump having a Chinese bank account and supposedly a Russian one as well.
wonderful. So we're on the same page. So
I don't
what
know
I
that we
what
are.
I want to point out, what I want to point out to the viewers is this: you have a web of politicians and bankers that when Trump was striking those drug boats, when Trump took Maduro, these webs on a technological level, they light up because people start making phone calls, okay? And when we have our carrier group stationed out there, they're surveilling all communications that are going on. And when Trump's taking these actions, he's getting a wealth of information about who is involved with all of this dark money. And it's going to tie back to people like potentially Mark Carney, the former governor of the Bank of England.
Yeah. It's not going to go back to him. And
yeah, well,
it's not. Don't pretend as
hope.
though widespread corruption efforts is the effort of the administration here. They do not care about financial abuses. They do not care about the crimes that billionaires commit. They've only further deregulated their influence. They've done away with investigations and have further pardoned people who've committed financial fraud on U.S. soil. Now not having to pay billions of dollars in restitution. Don't play this card as though you care about it today when that's never been apparent across the last few years he's been president.
So why is it that those same people are the ones dumping billions into the destruction of his movement?
What the fuck are you talking about? Carney's dumping money into the destruction of his movement?
I didn't say Carney was.
Who? Who are these people? Don't be vague and vacuous.
George Soros?
Soros? What is the nexus between Soros?
We did not go. You know what?
You understand, Soros is like 95 years old.
He's old as balls, man.
Jared, remember your gift. I put it in the chat. It's a boot.
I was right. He is 95.
Phil, you've been up here for a bit. Well, how's it going, Phil?
Phil!
Hey, it's all right.
Did he just run?
I guess.
What?
Okay.
He left.
He says George Soros and leaves.
I'm going to have to have a talk. Oh, he left. I thought Phil ran. I'm going to have a talk with him.
Phil?
I'm here.
I don't think I've met Phil before.
Phil's great. What do you have to add, Phil?
I was just gonna say for the oil prices, right?
Oh. Yes.
I can also not say something if you're done with it.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
So part of the reason why they go through that analysis, like we won't even open up new rigs in the U.S. They said that they're like 5 to 10 years out from even considering thinking about making new rigs within the U.S., let alone a foreign country. These companies will not invest to bring those oil rigs in Venezuela up to par and then go through the rigor that they have to do to send them back to the U.S. So the majority of our oil that we use is sweet. It's not heavy.
Motherfucker snoring. It's crazy.
It doesn't fit our guidelines to be able to be put into cars. So the whole point that these companies won't do is they do not know where it will be sold. Therefore, they have no security on how then it would be paid. But they're also then investing all of this money into it, and so if they are saying that they have to charge $80 a barrel and the current cost is $56 a barrel, they're losing money on every barrel that they put out. So that's where that guy is wrong, regardless of where it is. If it doesn't hit the break-even point for their investment and the refinement and then the selling, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, there's that. Because I was going to say, from what I was seeing, it wasn't just because the initial response is, well, they're sitting on all these reserves. Once we get to it, that's our money back. But then there's several other steps beforehand. But I don't know. I just feel like it's if it was so easy, we would have already had it done long before Trump did all this nonsense. But yeah. I just. My whole thing with this, obviously, it's all about oil. I think literally in the last 72 hours, the announcement we just got about the alleged 30 to 50 million barrels that we're about to get clearly shows that it was about oil and not human rights violations and shit. I'm tired of them saying that. But
he mentioned oil in his speech. The first thing he talked about was oil on Saturday.
But like, y'all, I'm being so serious. I do not think we're getting 30 to 50. I think he's blowing smoke. I think that's bullshit.
Hell
yeah. Of course it is.
There's no way.
Of course not. No. We'll see.
Trump's a liar. He's a liar. He a lie and the truth ain't in him.
Next couple of days are going to be interesting because I think we're going to start to see some pushback from Venezuela. Like they're just figuring shit out.
From Denmark too.
That's a good point.
Hey, Kobe asks a good question in her Discord. Athena said, "Who do you think he's gonna bomb next?" I think that he's gonna do something in Mexico.
I can see it.
I'm thinking Cuba or
Cuba?
I was
Greenland.
gonna say Cuba.
Cuba
I
or
was gonna say
Greenland.
Cuba.
I think it's Mexico because like he has to Cuba, but I think his real mission is Greenland. You guys remember?
Agree.
Why is this child still up?
Oh my god.
Like, bruh.
W's in the chat to Sean for the $5 super chat. Did I say nothing? What are you going to do? The ease with which you speak about sending American kids into harm's way is cowardly at best. And none of these fuckers will enlist or have served prior.
Yep.
W's in the chat to
One
Sean.
guy told me it wasn't his mission to enlist. He was up here.
I was there
Wasn't
for that,
yesterday?
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it was yesterday. He said it's not my mission to enlist. Shit was crazy.
W's to Jared for
It's
the
not my mission.
It's definitely not mine. Ain't part of my testimony.
one more.
Oh,
W's in
I'm
chat to
too
Jared
old.
for the $1. Kick the unfrosted mini wheat in the middle of a sentence. Well, he ran, so we couldn't. We gonna save it though. W's Jared. W's Jared. Thank you so much.
Since when you know what? One thing, guys, because I
Thank you for
know
the
all of
follows.
you don't have children, don't have kids, because I don't know who thinks that my child is 11 years old. Why the fuck do I have to sleep when the preteen is asleep? That's crazy. Somebody in the comments tells because his mama's still up. Well, you don't shut the fuck up. What? He's 11. Go to
that's
sleep.
mama time.
It's actually
What's
crazy.
I'm supposed to sleep when he sleeps. What are we doing? That's crazy.
She only said, "I love my kids. Don't have kids."
No, it's true. True.
Oh shit. All right.
I love the bubs.
Tell you what, we're not taking any more unless it's a call in on the tube side. We're not taking any more. I'm gonna let up these two people in the request, hear what they have to say, and then we about to call it a night, y'all. I'm gonna do this last PSA real quick. Last PSA.
No, take this person down. Take this mommy account down. They've been stalking my family.
Oh.
What the fudge?
Jesus.
Yeah. They've made multiple accounts stalking my family members.
I am sorry to hear that. Just in case you guys wondered why, or another reason why black people's labor shouldn't be free on this platform is because we deal with shit like that. So again, make sure we're taking care of Jaden while he's here. Make sure we're taking care of all the panels. But I only heard one thank you from Jaden. So make sure we're taking care of the panel. Jaden's been carrying the fucking Venezuela conversation alongside Erica and then Jay. Like, I've been beat. So take care of them.
We're gonna have to talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
If there's gonna be any breaking news.
You gonna lead that too. I got my
Oh
stories.
my god, please don't do that.
I got my stories, and it ain't got shit to do with Venezuela. So, because like for me,
Jaden, please send me some cliff notes. Thank you. Appreciate you.
I'll try. What do you need?
I need okay. Phil's gonna give I know Phil is gonna hook me up with some oil information. Shout out to Phil
Okay.
because he's the best. All right, Jaden, I think I'm gonna need from you because I can do the imperialism thing myself, but I'm gonna need from you like some Venezuela and history type stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you need the opposition leader and the party and the election,
Yeah, I
and
know that
stuff,
Armando
vice
Gonzalez.
president.
Yeah. So I know that stuff like that. And I know he wasn't like the a lot of places don't a lot of countries I should say don't recognize Maduro as the rightful leader of Venezuela. My whole thing is that I literally have been trying to find footage of people celebrating in Venezuela about this, and I can't find any. It's always
Haven't seen
people
either.
like in a different country.
like there, yes,
So I'm trying to-
there's people who fled and they were celebrating. I've seen
Mhm.
those videos. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I have yet to see it in Venezuela. I think people in Venezuela are scared shitless. In fact,
Oh, I would
Did you
imagine.
guys see the video debunking that?
no.
Mm-mm.
So like the ones that they put up, the majority of them are either not from Venezuela or it's from Venezuela last year.
Oh my gosh, not last year.
Of course.
So like like there are some Venezuelans in other countries celebrating, but some of them weren't even. They were like weeks ago. There was one that was this in recent times, and then the one in Venezuela was a year ago. There was a protest.
Let's say I just did one. I saw one where it was a celebration in Chile. It was a lot of Venezuelans, and the post obviously was misleading, but this was X, to be fair, so duh. That's another thing that I'm seeing. Guys, friendly reminder that I know X is great for like breaking news quickly, but please remember, if it doesn't have a link or a source, it's probably bullshit. Just a thought. You guys gotta stop. People will share with me X posts. Please stop sharing with me X posts. That shit makes me want to block people. Stop doing it. I only have an account to see what they be saying.
One of the worst things I've found about X to be is the block feature has changed, where if someone is blocked, they can still view your post. They can still see what you're doing.
Change here too.
I don't like the fucking idea that if I block someone, they can still know that I'm going to be at this event. I'm going to be doing this this rally or this appearance somewhere. I don't want them to fucking know that. That's creepy as shit.
That's why I dislike the Durango. I don't like this app's block feature, because if I block you, then just because I'm in someone else's space, you shouldn't be able to know, like, come in there. Like, you should be blocked.
Right.
Like, ugh, I can't stand it. I don't know. It's just so ugh.
And it used to be.
Somebody wants some
AI
attention.
shit. Common Sense Master, who's this?
It used to
He wants some
be.
attention. Mm-hmm.
Jaden is soft AF. That's up to you if I let him up, Jaden.
Well, show me pictures of your mom. That'll change it.
What it used to be on TikTok was you can only see them on panels, but you still wouldn't see their comments and everything else. And I learned the other day, no, you can like see each other's comments and everything else. I'm just like, the fuck is the point of the block feature now? If we're only doing soft hiding. Like it's stupid.
There's no point. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's no point whatsoever. That's how that weirdo gets to keep coming into all the different spaces.
Yes, Meg, people can still see you when you block them. Like if you're in a public live, which makes sense if they're on a panel, yes, but now it's even in the comments. You can read someone you blocked comments. I can check their profile and it'll just show unblock. I'm like, this is already too far. It's fucking stupid.
See, Instagram has it where, like, if you block somebody, all of their burner accounts, their joint accounts, that's blocked in tandem too.
That shit goes
that
to
needs
IP.
to be a thing.
Yeah.
You should not, you should not be able to log into another account and come back. How many fucking times I've had to deal with that, hearing the same voice of somebody I blocked already. That's creepy as shit. That's annoying. A boundary's been set. Respect it.
6,000%. Alrighty, guys. We're about to wrap up. So, once again, final PSA. Everyone, welcome. I think we got a good bit of a new audience in here. We're literally coming up on 10,000 viewers. So big W's to you guys. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you so much for the shares. Y'all are bullshitting on the taps. It's kind of embarrassing, but it's all good. We'll get better tomorrow night. We are live every single Saturday at 3 p.m. CST and randomly throughout the week, which will be me every single night probably for the next. What's the date today? 6, now 7th. Friends, vacation, 15. 8 days. God, that's going to be rough. We'll be live every night for the next 8 single days. But I have a goal and I'm going to fucking meet it. So hit that follow button. If you look in the top left corner, it says follow. Consider follow me. Unless you're a hater, don't follow me. Better yet, fuck it, follow me too. It still looks good on my numbers. And after you do so, consider becoming a member of the team. If you love the conversations here, the information being provided, become a team member. You get stickers when you do. I completely forgot now that they separated fan club stickers from super fan stickers. So now there's fan club stickers that are basic just for sending your heart me, and then you have the super fan. So that's actually really cool. You guys get stickers for being a super fan. Fan member club. Fuck, you guys know the differences. So go ahead and do that. Make sure we're following everyone on this fantastic panel. I don't think Phil cares for follows. It's up to Phil. Safe is getting back into content creation, so follow him. We're about to give him a chance to speak. Check out the links in the bio. It's going to be the best way to support the platform. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. There's also going to be the shop where I have merchandise, which I haven't talked about all fucking night. Here's a piece of it. We have the Kamala Would Never thing because it's cold, hoodie, and shorts. We also have beanies, tank tops. I think I have a pajama set. I just did a pajama set recently too. We also have the 2 other collections. My personal favorite is Kamala Would Never, but we have the Make 2 + 2 = 4 again, and then the 10 commandments because I like to shit on MAGA Christians. It's very funny. There's also going to be the Discord. We have a Discord server. We are 530 something members strong. I want to get that up to 600. So if you'd like to join the community and what we do when we're not live, you may do so. It's also the easiest way to get a hold of me. If you message me on any other platform, you're not a part of my squad, you will most likely not get a response, or it will take 72 to 96 business hours before you do. The quickest way to get to me is going to be through the Discord server. So go ahead and join. We have fun things over there. I also don't give a fuck about super fans. I've transferred all the subscriptions to the Discord server. You can subscribe directly there. The reason why I direct everyone to the Discord to subscribe is because TikTok takes 50% and Discord only takes 10%. So if you're going to subscribe, do it in the server. Greatly appreciate you. I can't stop you if you balling like that and you want to become a super fan. By all means, I would just say don't. It's not worth it. It's also going to be the other social media platforms because we don't know what changes are going to happen on the 22nd when Oracle finalizes the deal to purchase TikTok. Granted, I will probably still be on this platform, but I am heavily pushing for the other ones, hence why we're dual streaming on the Tube of Utes. So make sure you're subscribed over there. Exact same username, same on the gram. Hector Talks with 2 R's. Other people on this panel also have other social media platforms. You may check all of that out in the links in their bio. Where the fuck did Jay go? Why she did that?
She said she's going to sleep.
Oh, she said it or she put in the chat?
Mm-hmm.
Not the yes response. Okay. Look into adding. Oh. So for that, I'd have to do like a business account thing, and I forgot what the terms of that was. It was weird. I didn't like it. But anyway.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to do that.
Okay. So what else did I have in my PSA? I think that's basically it.
That was a long public service announcement.
Yeah, I make long ones. My fault. Safe. What's going on, man?
Nothing much. I just wanted to add to the Venezuela conversation.
Okay.
So Greenland, Colombia, Mexico, and Cuba are the next few places that they're going to tackle. They want Greenland by the end of Trump's term. So that's the strategy. According to Trump, he says he doesn't want people to think that war is going to be the way. But Marco Rubio said that. But Trump isn't fully ruling out military option. But the goal is by the end of the term to apparently own Greenland. And he has expressed going into Mexico to do the whole like take out cartel members and all of that stuff. So Erica, I think you're right about Mexico being next, but Cuba and Colombia were also mentioned. So it could be
because his main mission is Greenland. So I feel like he's gonna do another okey doke. Remember how he kept talking about Venezuela and like Nigeria was something that he talked about in the background. It was just like an afterthought. And then on Christmas morning, he bombs like Nigeria. And we're like, whoa, we weren't even looking over there, but you bombed them to distract us. And now look at us, Venezuela.
There's just
not
only
their
one
president. Mm-hmm.
Oh no, totally. There's only one more thing. Maduro has a way to beat his charge because apparently the charge that they put on him was bullshit. So he could potentially skate on his charges easier because the DOJ fucked up. And then also
incompetent.
Also the money that Trump gains from the oil tankers will be billions of dollars, like, because it's like $60 a barrel, and they're expected to get thousands and thousands of barrels, obviously. And that money specifically will be controlled by Donald Trump. and it will basically allow him to pay for his ballroom and his arch and his everything else that he wants to build in gratuity. And that's all I got. I just wanted to share those things.
Gotcha.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate
And Phil,
you coming
thank you
up.
for the $5.
W Phil. W Phil.
Thank you.
Shout out to Phil.
On that note, we're gonna go ahead and do. Actually, let's point this out. This is actually funny. Not us reversing the roles. Usually, I would be like asleep or trying to go to sleep around this time, and I'll be like doing my last minute hour TikTok scroll, and then I would scroll into Swan's live. But for some reason, Swan's here. Swan's not live, and this is actually creeping me out a little bit. Why are we reversing roles, Swan? What is happening right now? Also, I won't be able to check Erica who's live because I don't have the other phone.
I got you.
Thank you so much. Erica's gonna lead the raid wherever we go.
Let's see. Let's do. Hey, you know Just a Bill?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm trying to decide.
Abby, no. We're definitely not tonight. I'm gonna go to bed, Abby. Plus, I no longer can do it. So in order to do MAGA hunting, I would stream it here, and then from a second device, I would use my backup to go into the MAGA lives and then show it from my computer. My second phone has been doing this for the last 12 hours. It's stuck in the boot loop. No, it's just been stuck in this loop on and off for the last 2 days.
Boom.
And I can't.
Just a Bill.
I've done all the fixes, the buttons. Just a Bill, thank you. All the things, and it's just stuck there. So my other Android that I usually use before that one cracked the screen, I just have to fix the screen. That's going to be $200. So we won't be doing MAGA hunting until I do that.
You gotta plug in the phone to computer and then open up the iTunes or some crap. That's how I used to fix it old school when it would do that. But I mean, you do have a birthday coming up, so I mean, it'd be super duper cool. Just super duper cool. You could probably.
When's your birthday?
23rd.
Of this month?
Mm-hmm.
What sign is that? Is that
Aquarius?
He's an Aquarius.
Okay, that is Aquarius. Yeah.
A demon.
Yeah, my mom's on the 21st.
Oh shit!
Awesome! Happy birthday, Jaden's mom. Oh, Jackson 5 Nostrils just came in. I ain't seen him in forever.
Jackson 5 Nostrils is diabolical.
He knows who he is.
That's my half birthday. Half birthday?
I guess like it'd be 6 months into her actual birthday. Their actual birthday. I don't know their pronouns.
I don't know what that means. I've never heard that before.
It means it's 6 months into their actual birthday.
Did you try to take the SIM out and reboot? It doesn't have it. This is again. This is an old phone. This is an active phone. I'm not paying 2 phone bills. This is just an old phone.
Oh, is that
I
a
had.
Google phone?
It's an Android. Yeah, it's a Pixel 3.
An Obama phone.
Yeah.
You got a flip phone.
I proudly didn't vote. Usually I would invite you up because you're a non-voter specifically. But the fact that you said that tells me that you don't actually care about this shit.
Guess his birthday's on the 30th.
You're not a 30th, baby. Are you?
Huh? No, my birthday's in May.
Bubba?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, yes, we are both. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, exactly 7 days after mine. And mine is... What day is my birthday on?
Bubba's gonna be 12.
I just want to let y'all know.
Holy shit. I'm gonna have a 13-year-old next year. Oh, my God.
Oh, good luck. Good luck. That's going to be something. Where's my fucking calendar?
All right, y'all be safe out there. I'm heading to bed.
Hey,
Good night, Jaden.
I appreciate you
Good
coming
night,
up, Jaden. Always
Thanks
a
for
pleasure,
having me,
man.
Hector.
Always a pleasure. Guys, if you are not following Jaden, make better decisions with your life. Hit that follow button. Jaden's one of the great creators on this platform.
Absolutely.
Fucking
tremendous. Thank you.
Yeah, my Trump's still better.
Wrong.
Right. That was my Trump impersonation. Right.
He's so fucking good at that. That is incredible.
He really is.
Shit. I heard one person, it was on Mermaids Live, that actually... Oh, you remember. What was his name again, Erica?
I don't know. He was an op.
I don't remember.
I don't remember their
No, he was a
names.
friendly. It was the white guy who
No,
came up on
he was-
Mermaids Live, and he did a Trump impression that we were damn near like, ooh, let's get Jaden in here.
He was an op.
Was he actually an op?
Mm-hmm.
Thought he was a friendly. He was following people and talking shit about Trump.
He wasn't talking no poop about
He
Trump.
was.
He doesn't. Oh man, you getting a Matt raid? You're
Not the
to
Matt
end
Ray,
the
bro.
Matt
We
raid.
about to go. Somebody tell Matt we about to end. And we're gonna raid Just the Bill. Which let me get his. I'll put it up on the screen actually. We got 11 more perfumes. I'm just gonna pin this. If we can knock that out before we go, I'd greatly appreciate it. If we can knock that out before we go, I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, let's actually get the fuck up out of here. Top to bottom, final thoughts. Safe.
Final thoughts. Know that everything is a distraction. Release the e-files.
Safe. Are you sick?
Right.
I am indeed sick.
Y'all gotta be careful out there. We don't have the HHS kicking like it used to. It's not funny. But seriously, we really don't. We can't trust anything going out in the air right now. We can't trust the reporting. Friendly, damn, I don't mean to scare everybody, but real shit. We have no idea what's happening right now. It's not properly being recorded and put out in the media because of who's over HHS. I just want to point that
I
out.
don't trust anything coming from this administration.
From anywhere,
in
yeah.
any way, shape, or form.
Honestly, yeah.
I don't care what it is. I do not trust any of the numbers. I don't believe that the GDP grew. I said it. I don't believe it.
I don't know how they assessed it in the way that they did, considering the gaps that we had for the month before and then December.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't trust them.
Can't trust that shit. All right, let me get his username. Just the Bill Chi, and I'll pin that once I drop y'all. All right, appreciate you coming up safe. Drink some lemon and ginger tea for that
are
throat.
you in the studio?
Yeah,
You can just do text on the screen like I do all the time.
I know. I usually have my backup, and I put the picture up of their account so they can look at the profile. I'm just
Oh, it's a whole thing for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, April and Mandarific and Bugsby and Safe for knocking out the perfumes, and thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate you. Phil, final thoughts.
I hope you feel better, Safe.
So I was gonna say the reason I think it's gonna stay in the Gulf is because military operations, they're coming up, I believe, on when they need to rotate out, and they'll probably go and swap with our Pacific fleet, and then one of our aircraft carriers is supposed to be decommissioning. It's actually on its final tour, so it's going up through the Atlantic now, and it's supposed to be decommissioned once it hits dry dock. And then our destroyers are lagging behind in production. So I don't think Greenland will be on the docket soon because they need to get all that stuff ready. if
W
they're
Matt
gonna
Raid.
Prep, but that's all I got.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
Appreciate you coming to Phil. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. W's you, Phil.
Love you all.
All right, you take it easy. W's Phil. W's Phil.
Phil never comes on my panel.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna hold that over your head. Shouldn't have told me that. Erica, final thoughts for the people.
Yes. I really don't have any. I'm just tired for a change, and I'm actually gonna go to sleep, especially since my favorite isn't live. So I'm gonna just go to sleep. And thank you so much for having me on the panel. It was super fun. Didn't plan on joining, but glad I did. Shout out to Jaden, Jay, Phil, Safe, all the awesome people. Shout out to the chat. You guys are awesome. Shout out to the tube. You guys are fantastic. Thank you all for doing all of the good things. And with that being said, catch the Fun and Facts show tomorrow. Today, Wednesday, because depends on where you are. But today, Wednesday, the Fun and Facts show at 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And just for Hector, that is 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, guys. 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, because we're going to give you the weekly news update that you may have missed and maybe some things you just want to go over. And remember, I am the fun and Hector is the
facts.
Yay, Hector's the facts. He did it right this time. Yay.
You're not supposed. This is why we gotta have the meeting
I'm the
because you took my
fun.
whole sentence. You got to say I'm the
Okay,
fun,
I'm the fun.
and then I'm supposed to go and I'm the facts. That sounds
Okay, do over.
All right.
All right, so join us for the Fun and Facts show today at 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we do your weekly news update with a bit of a twist. I'm the fun.
And I'm the facts.
Yay! We did it. All right, dress rehearsal tomorrow.
Dress rehearsal. Got
Hour
you.
beforehand.
We'll get it done.
All right, keep calling that dress rehearsal. I'm a ridiculous person. All right.
All right,
Bye.
later. Appreciate you coming up, guys. Make sure we're following Erica. Make sure we're hitting that follow button. Fantastic creator. She's on the road to 50,000 followers, and you should be expecting a great video from her tomorrow. So make sure that you're tuning into that as well. TikTok's been weird with pushing out certain creators' videos. I got lucky with my last one. It's doing pretty well. But like for Erica's and a few other people, I have to go to their profile to see it. So make sure that you get that interaction. That way that they see it. And it gets put in your news feed. I'm very curious to see what changes comes from the 22nd. The 22nd is going to be a very interesting, not after the 22nd, when the US owns TikTok, the changes we're going to see are going to be super duper interesting. But we'll still be here calling out the nonsense. I appreciate every last one of you. You guys have been killing it today. We knocked out everything in the gift gallery. Big W's to that. I love doing that shit early on in the week. I love that. We got some great shares. Thank you so much for the gifts. We got so much fucking crazy gifts. We got some great supports from some other creators. Those of you on the Tube side, you've been killing it as well. Thank you, Sean, as always, and all the other super chatters and super stickers. Those of you over here, make sure that you are subscribed to the Tube side. We're trying to get that one built up as well. Hector Talks with 2 R's, exact same username. Make sure you're subscribed over there. And I did also put up the video on TikTok onto Tube. If you haven't seen it, it is literally a snippet of us MAGA hunting. So I go up on one of these MAGA creators' lives and I embarrassed him. It's 7 minutes long. It's a longer one, but it's gold. I promise you it's gold. You will have a good time. So check it out after you leave here. If you're over on the Tube side, once again, you can check it out. It's my latest video on there as well. But on that note, let me go ahead and get this in the chat because we are going to do a raid. We're going to raid another fantastic black creator. And I'm going to put his username down in here with the @ symbol. And then I should be able... Maddie, why are you up? What's up, Maddie? Pin that there. Bam. Just a Bill Chi. We're going to raid Just a Bill Chi, and then I'm going to put it up on the big screen so you guys can see that as well. And you guys know how we do these raids. If you're not, I'm about to make you familiar with it. When you go into Just a Bill Chi's live, I need you to say Hector Raid, Hector Raid. And the reason why you're going to do it, there's two. You're going to do it for one of two reasons. Number one, let them know the love and support is coming from me. That's reason number one. Reason number two is to stroke my ego. Okay? Just a Bill Chi. If you're over on the Tube side, he doesn't dual stream, so you guys can just go wherever. I appreciate every last one of you. In fact, I'm going to end there first. Big W's to the Tubers. Big W's to the Tubers. You guys already know. Fantastic. Oh, shit. All my mods went to sleep. I don't have any mods on there. Whoopsies. I hope no one said anything crazy in the chat. I saw Bill in the Tubes a bit ago. Am I lying? Does he? If he does, search up Just a Bill on Tube or Just a Bill Chi and see. I didn't know that. I'll ask him actually when I go over there. But good night, Tube side. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to go ahead and end here first, and I will catch you tomorrow night. Chi likes Chicago.